We need to go up a little bit.
Denham Springs High School football is on the air. Denham Springs High School football broadcast, a John Fine production, on Family Radio 91.9 FM, Baton Rouge, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube. Please subscribe at DS Jacket Vision. With Yellow Jackets color commentator Mitch Covington and producer John Fine. DS Jacket Vision video producer Jake Williamson. DS Jacket Vision producer Darren Ferrante. And station engineer Lamine Figueroa. Here now is your Yellow Jackets play-by-play announcer, Josh Ward.
Good evening and welcome to Yellow Jackets Football, Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com. Great to have you along with us. It is the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up brought to you by Sporting Center, proudly serving Livingston Parish since 1977. At Sporting Center, they have everything you need from athletic equipment to school uniforms, go see Stacy Phipps, James Adam McCants, and their terrific staff. That is at Sporting Center, 205 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. It is the District 5-5A opener, the Yellow Jackets and the East Ascension Spartans here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Fall is in the air. Friday Night Lights is here at Yellow Jacket Stadium, and we're excited and fired up to have this one for you. Got lots to get to before kickoff. Of course, we will have John Fine with his special guests. It is Jim McChristian, former Denham Springs athletic performer, and Ralph Seller Chevrolet, so we'll be looking forward to having him. Mitch will be joining me to talk about last week's exciting win over the Woodlawn Panthers. Yellow Jackets 16-13 win over Woodlawn, now 2-1 on the season. And again, it is the district opener for these two teams. One team will start the night off 1-0. One team will start off 0-1 in District 5-5A play. Got lots to get to before kickoff. Stay with us. We're coming back with more. It'll be Mitch coming up to join me after this timeout on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sporting Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sporting Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sporting Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Quick and Handy Cleaners is now Sunshine Cleaners. The name has changed, but not the same great service you've received throughout the years. Hats off to Scooter and Kay Keene for everything they've done to help the Livingston Parish community. The Moore family at Sunshine Cleaners has been in business since 1995 and looks forward to offering the same great service with the same great staff you've come to rely on. Family owned and operated, that's Sunshine Cleaners. Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, and locations in Baton Rouge.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisors Scott Landry and Sims White can help. Stop by their office at 179 Del Orleans. That's Scott Landry and Sims White at Edward Jones, 179 Del Orleans, right across from the post office. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by You Safe and Lock, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, District Court Judge Brian Abels, Coconut Willie's Zachary's, Sport Clips, and Safe Voyage Tattoo. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Welcome back in. Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Yellow Jackets and the East Ascension Spartans. It is district opener here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. Coming to you live on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. We ask that you subscribe, hit that like button, and give it a share to your friends and family. And join us here for Yellow Jackets football. Mitch, last week, 16-13 Yellow Jackets with the win over Woodlawn. Last-second field goal attempt by Woodlawn falls short. Jonathan Bravo with a 21-yard field goal to put the Yellow Jackets up ends up being the deciding factor there. And a field that was not exactly playable for the football game last week, but nonetheless, both teams had to deal with it. Both teams had to face the footing and the kick at the end. Coach Beard said, I knew that the percentage was not for Woodlawn based on where they were with that field condition.
Definitely that was the case with the field. They have a great field goal kicker. He made 2 earlier in the game and has a great leg. On a dry field, maybe he has a chance to make that 47-yard field goal, but in the very soft footing that you had on the field last week, chances weren't great for them to make that long field goal. And so, as you mentioned, just the Jackets just persevered. We had about 3.5 sleepy quarters. There wasn't a whole lot of good action for the guys in purple and gold. No. The guys in purple and white, purple and black, and Woodlawn, they were happy. But for 3.5 quarters, but at 6:01, the Yellow Jackets had the big touchdown pass. Jerry Horn, completed with
Gaspard.
Thank you. I keep John Gaspard, the receiver.
Not James.
Trying to remember,
yes.
Trying to remember receiver Gaspard. That's the easy way to say it. But on a nice little slant route, then you split the safeties and made the run on the rest of the way. Jackets tied the game up. Good defensive stand, forced a turnover. Jackets get back down the field, set up the Bravo game-winning field goal from 21 yards out.
Talk about Brenton Paul. We've talked about how he needs to get involved in this offense, and last week was his first 100-yard rushing of the season, and Coach Beard said, with the field conditions, it could have been a different look for Brenton Paul, but for still to get 100 yards rushing on that field, it's going to be a big part of this Yellow Jackets offense moving forward.
Well, Brenton Paul would not be considered a big and powerful back, so a very soft footing, wet field, kind of muddy field where you can't really cut zigzag back and forth. That's not his game. However, you've just seen the maturation as the complete running back for Brenton Paul throughout the season. Now I want to be fair and say it's not just Brenton Paul trying to get the running game going by himself. All season long we've been looking for that offensive line to work and find some holes for the running backs, not just Brenton or any other running backs during the game as well. And we've struggled in the running game early in the year, but we found it last week when we had to have it. Offensive line to open up a few holes. I thought Coach Fournier went to a couple different formations, brought in a couple extra blockers in that second half of the game last week, and the running game really got going. But even though the field was soft and muddy, you could see Brenton Paul making some cuts out there, made some guys miss, but he lowered that head and he ran powerful behind those legs when he had to, and he got tough yards. And if I'm not mistaken, 132 yards is what I think I saw, as a stat total. So definitely you said 100 yards, but let's get the extra 32, 132. So not just Brenton Paul, but all the offensive line and the backs back there. Peyton Puffer was one of the backs leading the way, and then also Josh Hogan, a senior who's been a linebacker, but they've moved him over to the offensive side, and he helped open up some holes in that second half, and they got that running game going a little bit because, quite honestly, in the field conditions, Jerry Horn was struggling with his grip on the football. The passing game wasn't there, and if we were going to win, we had to have something, and we found it in the running game last week just when we needed to.
You mentioned the offensive line and Brenton Paul getting the 132 yards that he got. So we saw the change in the offensive line last week. Talking to Coach Beard, he said, look, it clearly worked a little bit because Brenton Paul got 100. When we had talked, he said over 100 yards. So 132 yards, I think is the official stat, as you said. But that offensive line now, after 1 week together, now you're getting your second week together now. They're going to keep that same lineups they did last week, which seemed to be, work pretty well for the Yellow Jackets. Still a little work to do, but a little more cohesive last week.
Definitely, and they moved some guys around. They brought in 2 new offensive linemen last week, but also moved some positions with some other guys, and so they had a pretty good shuffle in the offensive line. And as we talked about with the field conditions, you had to be able to run the football, and we found a way to do it, and we got tough yards, and the linemen opened up some good holes. Jerry Horn had a good run on the last drive, just opened that last game-winning drive, a little play fake to Brenton Paul, and he got back out the left side and built 10, 11, 12-yard run to start that drive. So we found some room there. Well, now tonight, field conditions shouldn't be an issue at all. We got the great turf field, perfect football weather tonight, and footing we think is going to be fine. So guys ought to be able to make the cuts like normal, maybe some outside runs, a little bit more to Brenton Paul's liking. But I think Jerry's not going to have issues gripping the football tonight.
No, he shouldn't, and it'll just be interesting to see how this offense continues to gel, see what they can get going. We keep talking about that elusive fast start. See if they can get that going here tonight. Obviously, East Ascension coming in, they're 1-2 on their season. New head coach over there. We'll get more into that, but no doubt when district opens up and district play opens up, all the juices start flowing a little bit more, and the games seem to mean a little bit more.
Well, you're playing for a championship now, so every night from here on out, you're playing for a district championship, and we got a taste of that 2 years ago. We shared the district title with East Ascension, in fact, but that's the goal. And so we couldn't win a championship last week or the week before, but we can start that ladder, that stretch to get a district championship. That starts tonight, and so those guys are going to be excited to go. Everybody's 0-0 in the district and ready to get out to 1-0 tonight. Somebody on this field is going to be 1-0, somebody's going to be 0-1.
That's right. All right, so again, the March Troy District Championship does start tonight. We will get more into the Ascension Spartans later on, but next coming up, it will be John Fine with our good friend from Ralph Seller Chevrolet And Jim McChristian, a proud supporter of the Yellow Jackets and a former Denham Springs athlete, will be joining John. And then after that will be my weekly interview with head coach Brett Beard. Stick around for all of it. It is the Spartans and the Yellow Jackets Stadium District Opener. We're back after this timeout on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
No pain, no gain might apply to football, but not your teeth. If you have toothache pain, gain relief with Dr. Michael Sharola. Emergencies are seen the same day. Dr. Sharola and his staff treat all phases of dentistry, including Zoom whitening procedures. Michael Sharola was an all-state Denham football and baseball player, and you'll feel all world by visiting him. Call 665-3100 or visit Dr. Sharola in Watson next to the post office.
Hey, it's Max Sellers from Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. We're again excited to be a sponsor of the Denham Springs Fighting Yellow Jackets football team this year. We appreciate all the support from your community in our first few years in business, and we are excited about things to come. Whether it's a new or used car, truck, or SUV, award-winning service from our dedicated service and parts staff, or even an outstanding collision repair for your vehicle, Ralph Sellers Chevrolet wants to earn your business. From our Ralph Sellers Chevrolet dealership family to your school family, go Jackets!
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is your one-stop shop in Denham Springs for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is ready to help. Visit betterwithbrandy.net for your surprisingly great rates today. Brandy Robertson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston. The number one choice in cleanup and restoration is Serve Pro of Livingston. Whether it's water damage, fire damage, mold, storm, or construction issues, let the highly trained professionals at Serve Pro of Livingston clean and restore your property and make it like it never happened. Serve Pro of Livingston is prepared for just about anything and is open 24/7, so Serve Pro is faster to any disaster. Serve Pro of Livingston, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Soon to be at the old Albertsons. Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Shay Landry, closing attorney, milestone title, Brandon Rishu with Smart Move Real Estate, KOA Campground, Brian Ross, owner, OK Computer and Auto Sales, and Dr. Chip Bangston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Is Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Denham Springs in action against East Ascension. District play commences. I'm John Fine, producer of Yellow Jackets football broadcast, along with our very special guest, one-time Denham Springs athlete, and right now he is the service manager and parts manager at Ralph Sellers Chevrolet, and used to have the ignominious distinction of broadcasting with me. He is Jim McChristian. Jim, how are you?
I'm doing great, John. How are you?
Yeah, well, right now we're getting lots of texts saying, hey, you two guys look better when you were on radio than right now on YouTube, although we are still on radio as well. Jim, you and Ralph Sellers Chevrolet, a great connection because both of you have a very, very strong interest in the Denham Springs community. Talk about that.
Absolutely. I mean, being an alumni here, then you try to get involved and help support these programs any way you can, the school any way you can, and we're very, very involved over here. You know, we help sponsor this radio broadcast and YouTube. We get involved. We've got a sign on the softball field, a sign on the baseball field. We're going to put one up in the gym soon, and so, yeah, anything we can do to help the community, we do.
Talk about your experience at Denham Springs High School. What was it like as you moved in from Texas your senior year?
Well, it was, you know, you got to make new friends and fit in, and this school welcomed me with open arms and got to play for a legend in Coach Alton Leggett, and then in baseball with Coach Beetle Bailey, who ended up being a tremendous friend of mine and mentor even after moving along from this school.
Well, let's talk about those two. Alton Leggett, of course, an all-time great basketball coach with the Jackets. A little man in stature, but as far as his overall influence, a very, very large man, James.
Absolutely, and just his basketball mind was totally brilliant. And you're right, small in stature, but was the kind of guy that when he walked in the room demanded a ton of respect and never had to say a word.
And Beetle Bailey, wow. I mean, you cannot hear a negative word said about Beetle Bailey.
No, and it's hard to talk about Coach and not get emotional, because he was somebody that meant the world to me. And his son Brett coached with me for years, and Brett came by and visited me a couple of weeks ago, and there were some tears there and some hugs and talking about his dad, but a great guy. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Big D, Coach DeGeneres, as well, because I got an opportunity to do some things in track with him as well.
And there wasn't even a track here when you did this.
There was not. We were the Cinderless Wonders.
And we were talking off the air. You said, boy, this place has changed throughout the years.
It has. It's phenomenal, and hats off to, I know Cecil Harris had a lot to do with it when he got on the school board, and just the facilities here they're second to none. And that's the day and times we live in now. It's bled down from the colleges to the high schools, and it's you got to have the facilities to attract the people and the kids, and they've done a fantastic job here.
And yet, certainly not on a full-fledged basis. We're not seeing NIL money, and there is no formal transfer portal. So, Jim, are high school sports the last bastion of true sport?
I think so, John. And it's once again, it's the one area where you can take a ton of pride in your community and go out and represent the town where you live on Friday nights and go into that stadium and kind of have bragging rights. I know the big deal with the Central game there a couple of weeks ago, and that's what makes high school sports what it is.
We have Kevin Caballero, Coach Cab, as our halftime guest. His nephew is Josh Smith, an infielder, sometimes outfielder with the Texas Rangers, and I know you're very familiar with Josh.
Absolutely. One of the highlights of Dawson, my grandson's career, was he got to work out with Josh one day and was able to take some ground balls with him and learn some stuff. And we still bring that video up, and Josh's mom Jenny and I become pretty close friends and still stay in touch with her. And I think Josh can go out and have 3 home runs and 9 RBIs, and Jenny's still as nervous as it can be. And but they're fantastic people. Got a chance to go see Josh play about a month ago in Texas, and we had a good time. Didn't get to see him, but we had a good time.
You had a recent road trip through much of the East Coast and a little bit of Central America, and it was baseball-oriented.
We did. Marion got me that for my birthday present. We were able to go to Pittsburgh on July the 4th. On the 5th, we went to Minnesota, and on the 6th, we came back to Cleveland. And that's the bucket list thing, is to knock out all the major league ballparks, and we've got it down to 10 left.
Over or under 52 years old, or 52?
On me?
Yes.
Oh, you're way under.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, how about
I'm 53.
How about IQ?
No, we're not going there.
Oh, all right. Come on now. You're a proud Denham Springs High School graduate, Jim.
That's right.
Talk about Brett Beard and what he's meant to this program.
He's brought in the intensity that maybe wasn't there before, and once again, somebody that demands respect from the kids. I like a lot of things that he does. I like the energy of Brad, and we'll come by. He'll come by, and we'll see him, every month or so, and be able to talk and just kind of pick his brain a little bit. And he's got this thing headed in the right direction.
Talk about what it's like to be the parts manager and the service manager at Ralph Seller Chevrolet.
Well, we recently hired. I got one of those titles handled because we hired Clint Smith as our service manager, and so he's doing a great job for us. But Ralph Sellers, prior to that, we were Brian Harrison. It's just been a home. That building's been a home to me for over 30 years now, and we're still right there across the river and do everything we can to help people. I get former players and people from Denham call all the time, and that's what we're there for. We're there to serve the people and to be able to do the very best job we can do. And I'll be the first one to admit there probably 10 years or so ago, the reputation got tarnished a little bit, but with the hiring of people like Clint and the things we're doing is, I feel very, very confident in asking anybody to come by and let us help them again.
Oh, absolutely. And sorry about that misstatement of your positions.
No, we're okay.
But I didn't do my show prep, something that you're used to, huh? With a broadcast with me, with my getting things wrong. Jim, what do you think about the new district? How's it worked out for you with the Ascension Parish teams joining the Livingston Parish teams?
I like the old district. I would still like to see Central in this district, but I like the old district when we had Santa Ma and whenever you had EA and Dutchtown, and I have a lot of friends at those schools that coach over there, and I for one was happy to see us go back into that district with those teams.
All right, who is the American League most valuable player? Is it going to be Aaron Judge or is it going to be Bobby Witt Jr.?
I know my preference. I think Bobby Witt Jr. has meant more to his team than what Judge has. But how do you go against somebody like Aaron Judge? He's a freak of nature that he does a lot of things that there's not too many people can do. And so I think it'll probably go to Judge.
And it also depends upon what it means to be the MVP. Is it the best player or the player who is truly most valuable to his team?
To his team. And I think, I think that is in Bobby Witt's favor.
All right. And what about Shohei Ohtani? 50-50 guy, huh?
I was very fortunate. Last year we were able to see him play when he was still with the Angels, and that guy is one of the most phenomenal athletes I've ever seen in my life. Shohei is that kid can play.
Unbelievable, huh?
Unbelievable.
All right, Jim, you gave me some good show prep last week as far as two of our guests, and talk about new baseball coach Kyle Sedatel for the Jackets. What are they getting?
Well, I absolutely love Kyle, and Yellow Jacket baseball is going to enjoy, the players are going to enjoy playing for Kyle with his energy and his knowledge of the game. And, if they'll just follow in his footsteps as the way they play it, then there's good things to come for Yellow Jacket baseball.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for everything you do for Ralph Zeller Chevrolet and your involvement with our broadcast, and really appreciate you. Proud to call you my friend.
Good deal. Thanks, John.
I don't know if that was the case when we were doing the broadcasting together.
Josh Ward sitting back there with a sign says, "Say you're John's friend." And so I had to do it.
Okay, there you go. I was wondering about that. Where's the tape delay?
That's what I'm talking about.
Coming up, it's more of Josh Ward. This time he speaks with Brett Beard when Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up continues after this pause on Denham Springs football.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisors Scott Landry and Sims White can help. Stop by their office at 179 Del Orleans. That's Scott Landry and Sims White at Edward Jones, 179 Del Orleans, right across from the post office. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Like it was never there, Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Doc Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel. One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Count on it at Smith Accounting Services. Randy Smith and his staff have decades of accounting experience, with Randy along with Mickey McMorris and a terrific staff. Smith Accounting Services can handle all of your accounting needs: personal taxes, computerized payroll services, corporate income tax, business taxes, bookkeeping. And when their quality work is done, you can count on Randy Smith to reminisce about Yellow Jackets athletics. Smith Accounting Services, 277 East Railroad, Denham Springs.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Den Spree, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, Cypress Pharmacy, Burning Lotus Tattoo of Denham Springs, the Law Office of Ivy L. Graham, and Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
It is the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Yellow Jackets at home for District 5-5A opener as the East Ascension Spartans come to town. I'm Josh Ward, and it's now time for our weekly conversation with head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Coach Brett Beard. Coach, 16-13 win over Woodlawn. And, Coach, with about 6:20 left in the game, I said on the broadcast it's going to be a heck of a comeback by Denham Springs, so never a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, our kids, they play the game for 48 minutes. That's been a big thing we've preached here since I've got here. And really, all of my teams, that's one thing we take pride in, and that's finishing the game and playing for 48 minutes and, get yourself into the fourth quarter with a chance to win a football game. And, our kids did that, and they toughed a good one out.
Last week, as we talked about the field conditions, and we talked on Wednesday, after we talked on Wednesday, were there any more conversations with Woodlawn about the field going into that game?
No, I was told it was playable and that we were going to be good to go as long as we didn't have any more rain. And, Tuesday we had a little shower, but again, on Wednesday, playable. 2 beautiful days, Thursday and Friday. And, it was not a very playable situation, but it made for a gritty situation on our kids' side and our kids' part. And, they toughed it out. And, we weren't going to make excuses. All we talk about is green grass and white lines. We're going to play football, and, that's what we did.
Logistically, could you have moved that game to Denham? Was that ever something that could have been an actual possibility?
Yeah, we had talked about it. We were gonna let them host their home game here, which actually probably would have made them more money because more of our people would have come out, being that it was here. Now, we couldn't have switched completely and made it our home game this year just because of season ticket sales and the marketing and everything we do with our ads and everything, and it would have screwed up our schedule for next year because it would have made us 4 and 6. But we definitely kicked around, us coming here and us wearing the white jersey and Woodlawn hosting and being the home team in our stadium. But as I said, they felt like their field was playable and they wanted to get it on there, so we did.
So I was curious about that. And logistically, had you opened your stadium for them, the gate money and concessions and all that stuff would have been theirs just as it would be a normal home game for them?
Yeah, we would have done everything in our power to keep it their home game just at this place on the turf.
All right, Coach, for Denham Springs offensively, you shook the offensive line starters up last week against Woodlawn. How would you grade that performance, and how do you see that going forward?
Well, Britton Paul finally had a 100-yard rushing game, so, that tells you a lot right there, how we did up front. We struggled throwing the football, so we had to lean on our O-line. And, in a gritty performance right there. And I thought our kids handled it quite well, making a couple little adjustments up front. They gave us a chance. They gave us a push. And, we think Britton Paul's a special back. And we just had to figure out whatever we can to get him going. And, I thought they did that. When you rush for 130 yards and, produce like he did in the conditions that he did, we feel really good about growing that and going forward, especially in the better playing conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about Britton Paul, you really saw some patience by him. We really saw some maturity from him as well in that game because very frustrating in the beginning part of it, but as he kind of settled in and started showing some of that patience, he was really able to have a great game.
Yeah, he's been really frustrated. He's a kid that we think is going to be a big-time player this year. And, it's taken a couple of weeks to get this O-line right and figured out to get him going. And, again, he's being really patient and he's doing the little things that we ask of him, and he's working hard in practice every day. And, you finally get a chance to go pop out of, 100 yards plus, and that's what he did.
Talking about trying to get that fast start, obviously this field conditions made it hard to get that fast start against Hammond and against Woodlawn. When your offense absolutely had to make some plays, they were able to do it for you. You had to be proud about that.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we're trying to figure out the code to start fast, no doubt about it. But, you're getting kind of down to some nut cutting time to where you got to make the plays, and our kids are doing it. I mean, Jerry Horn was a little up and down, kind of rough that night. We had to have a score, and he throws the perfect slant ball to Gaspard right there. I mean, throws the perfect touchdown pass to what a beautiful throw to LaBeouf right there in the end zone. He completed, I think it was 4 passes on the day, 2 of them for touchdowns, and 2 of them for touchdowns in critical time, which, tells me Jerry's got the moxie we got to have to continue to grow this offense with him and around him. We can just start fast and not bury ourselves to where we can play for 48 minutes and have a chance to win late. I love where our kids are conditioning-wise. We're not really cramping, if you notice. I mean, our kids are playing hard. And, we just got to make sure we're not digging a hole and, just playing our game and giving our chance, giving us a chance there at the end.
Defensively, another stellar performance by this Yellow Jacket squad. If they continue on this way, Coach, they're going to have you in an opportunity to win just about every game.
Yeah, I'm a believer in the defense. I'm a defensive guy. I know the excitement and the flashiness of the offenses and scoring points is a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun for a defensive guy to watch that happen because it takes the pressure off of us. But I also like getting into those old school fights, and you do that by leaning on the defense and kind of smothering people and choking people out and giving yourself opportunity there. When you're not giving up big scores and big plays. And I thought defensively, again, there was times they showed some. They gave up a couple of big plays here and there, but bowed up when need be, and made the play when need be, and we capitalized and we actually won the turnover battle, which is something that's been different for us this year. So that felt good.
Yeah, the old saying, bend but don't break, certainly was on display there for the Yellow Jackets as they had to dial it in a few times on 3rd down, 4th down conversions that they had to stop. But you talk about Devin Mack, a defensive end who had to step in for Jaden Kent, who's been out with an injury since the Central game. Talk about his performance. Now, I know that he's been rotating in throughout the season, so it wasn't like he was just being thrown into a starting spot. But in the moment, it seems like he stepped in.
No, Devin's a good player. He's starting to figure it out. He really is. He's a junior that has paid his dues and waited his time to play at this level and play consistently. And sometimes your opportunity is given to you with a bad break, such as an injury, and you go from a rotation guy, a 1B guy, which we consider a starter, to a full-time starter. He's only going to get better. He's a kid that just needs to play more football. He needs to be under the lights. He needs to get as many reps as possible. And you're going to see him. That kid's really going to take off and be a special player for us.
All right, now let's talk about Jonathan Bravo, a 21-yard field goal that puts you ahead and is ultimately the difference in the game. From that yardage on the right hash and that field conditions, that is no gimme. As Mitch said during the broadcast, a lot of things have to go right on that field goal for it to be good, and it is. Talk about the confidence you have in him, the confidence he has in himself, because there have been times where the snaps and kicks haven't been exactly clean this year. In that critical moment, he is money.
Yeah, Bravo's a gamer. He does a good job kicking during the week, but, man, there's just something about that adrenaline he has on game night. The ball sounds different coming off his foot. He is confident. Now, of course, I wasn't excited about the conditions. I mean, I felt good with Johnny Bravo in that situation, but I didn't feel good with Johnny Bravo on that field, with a plant foot. He's a heavy kid, and you put all that pressure on that plant foot on a soft turf. There's a lot that can go wrong. You can kind of dig in right there and then drag your toe and miss the kick. And, you got to snap a wet ball, and you got to catch the wet ball, and you got to hold the wet ball. And there are a lot of things that could very easily go wrong. That's just kind of out of the control of your kids and out of the power of your kids. And, they were able to execute. And, Johnny Bravo is a kid that, he's had some ups and downs, and he's grown up a ton. And really, because of it, a big-time player for us. I mean, you can see it. He's making big kicks, and every kick he makes, his confidence is going to grow. He's going to get better. And as he gets older, his legs going to get stronger. So, he's doing everything we need from him, right now. And the more he kicks, the more he makes, the better he's going to get.
All right, Coach, and to wrap this up, obviously clock issues. The last couple of minutes were just very chaotic there at Woodlawn. How are you managing all that between the officials and the clock and everything that was going on? Because it's such a close game, Woodlawn's either trying to get a touchdown or a field goal to tie it. With all that going on, how do you manage that in the game situation?
Well, it is frustrating because you get to such a critical time for the clock to begin to have issues and bounce around, and you don't know where exactly you're at. You don't know, the situations change depending on the seconds that's on the clock. And, you really don't know what's going on. You're being told this is how much you have here, and it's right, and then all of a sudden it changes, and they don't change it, and it's just a really awkward situation, weird situation, because I do like to be in control of what we can control as coaches, and putting our kids in the best chances with time management and everything else that goes into finishing a football game, and to have it jump around, it's not so much confusing as it is frustrating, because you know how to handle the situations when you can see it. You almost wish the clock was off and you're just watching the guy hold his hand up and you know exactly what you're dealing with on the field, or they're echoing to you what the count is. Instead, you're watching this clock bounce back and forth, and I'm hammering the official, trying to make them aware of what's going on to see it. And, it really is. It's just a frustrating situation, and you do what you got to do. We're on the road, so you automatically be prepared for some home field advantage or some things that could go against you, and you got to weather it. And again, we gave up a couple of big plays there in that last minute and a half that I wasn't crazy about. And they got down there with a chance to make the kick. That kid's a good kicker. But again, that kid's a good kicker, probably on a legit playing surface. And right there, I knew the odds were against them making it because of what they were dealing with. And, at that point, you probably sitting at Woodlawn going, man, I wish we played on turf.
Yellow Jackets, through all that, persevere and get the 16-13 final there at Woodlawn, improve to 2-1 on the season. We will take a timeout. We will come back and look to the East Ascension Spartans and the District 5-5A opener from Yellow Jacket Stadium. We're back after this on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
James Drugstore is your locally owned and operated pharmacy. James has been serving Livingston Parish for almost 100 years. Your independent pharmacy, James is committed to your health. Their pharmacists are there to serve you. Quick, accurate, professional. Old-fashioned service meets modern-day medicine. James Drugstore, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sporting Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sporting Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sporting Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Quick and Handy Cleaners is now Sunshine Cleaners. The name has changed, but not the same great service you've received throughout the years. Hats off to Scooter and Kate Keene for everything they've done to help the Livingston Parish community. The Moore family at Sunshine Cleaners has been in business since 1995 and looks forward to offering the same great service with the same great staff you've come to rely on. Family owned and operated, that's Sunshine Cleaners. Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, and locations in Baton Rouge.
Hey guys, this is Steve and Ben Wilson with Peak Performance Physical Therapy. With both of us being graduates of Denham Springs High School, we are proud to be on the sidelines on Friday nights, helping to ensure these athletes stay safe.
However, we also realize that injuries are a common part of life, so whether you're hurt at home, on the job, or in the community, please understand that we are here to help with all of your rehab needs. While we enjoy treating the athletes of Livingston, we love treating the entire Livingston population as well.
So come see us at Peak Performance Physical Therapy for all of your rehab needs.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Danny Powling of 5 Star Printing, Horace Wilkinson State Farm Insurance, Rustic Home Outlet and Mattress Express Outlet, Sport Clips, DJ Pawn and Gun, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court, Jason Harris, and L. King Company. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
It is the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up as the Yellow Jackets host the East Ascension Spartans and District 5-5A opener for these two teams. I'm Josh Ward, and we continue our chat with head coach Brett Beard. Denham Springs at 2-1 on the season, East Ascension at 1-2 on their season. Spartans now under the direction of head coach Brock Mathern. Coach Beard, he's a young guy at a 5A school, and his second head coaching position, pretty big spot for a young head coach to walk into.
Well, I'll tell you, though, I really like the cat, man. He and I have gotten to be fairly close since he took that job. He's leaned on me a little bit. he comes from an impressive tree, with Dennis Skanes and some big-time football coaches out there. And like I said, man, he and I hit it off. Spent some time at the JV game Tuesday night together, talking and just kind of picking each other's brains. And I think he's got the right energy, the right moxie that I think, man, he could turn EA into something very scary. I pull for guys that do things the right way, and what I gather from him, young guy, high energy, disciplined, hardcore, does it the right way. I pull for guys like that in this profession. And, I look for big things out of them, and I've enjoyed getting to know them.
When you think back of your first head coaching jobs as a young head coach, what are some of the lessons that you can teach some of these younger guys that you kind of had to learn that was challenging for you?
Yeah, and you got to stay the course. I mean, the reason you get these jobs is not because they're good jobs. I mean, it's because they've been put in spots to where, they're in a tough situation, and you've been called on to not only come in and win now, but you're in a process of cleaning up a mess that's been created there, which is why the job came open. You're not taking over for guys that retired and turned it over to somebody on staff. I mean, you're coming over and completely taking over for something that has been left in what people in the admin and the higher ups thought was not a good spot. So, the biggest thing, and I told him this, man, you got to keep kicking, you got to keep pushing, you got to keep plowing. And, you can't waver. I had the same talk with Scott at Woodlawn. Like, there's going to be tougher days and then good days right now as you get your program entrenched. But you got to keep fighting. These kids, you got to see you keep fighting. You can't waver, and you can't let them see you waver, and you keep plowing away. And I tell you what, man, the challenge is a lot of fun. And everywhere I've been, I've had an opportunity to build what I think is a good program and left the place in a better spot than when I got it. And this guy's up for the task, and I think he's going to do that. The biggest thing is you learn. You believe in what you do, you believe in what you're building and your culture, and you hammer away, and you hammer anybody that gets in your way, and you hammer anybody that's against you, and that's all you can do.
I know you and Coach Darnell Lee, who is now at Donaldsonville, have a close relationship and a friendship. Yeah. How hard is it for you in this profession to see some coaches who are close friends go through what they have to go through and make those changes?
Well, it sucks. I'm not going to lie to you. The business side of things have trickled down more so into high school football than before. And, we are at the highest level, and producing is critical. People don't always just appreciate the fact that you're taking care of their kids and raising their kids. Tell people there's two types of coaches in the profession: coaches that have been fired, coaches that are going to get fired. We choose this. We embrace this. We're the morons that choose a profession that our livelihood rides on 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. And, you hate to see it happen to anybody. And, it's a different week with EA, not going against Darnell, but, I wish him nothing but the best at Donaldsonville. But, you turn the page and you pick yourself up, and, everything you teach these kids, you have to do as a man in this profession. If you get fired, and you got to move on, you pick yourself up and you fight through it, just like you've taught these kids to do for all these years, and really nothing changes. And, I've been through it, and most everybody has. And hey, look, I love every bit of it. I love the challenge. I love the excitement. I love the pressure that comes with this, because the thing is, the admin and the parents and all the alumni, all that pressure they put on me is cute, but it ain't got nothing on the self-induced pressure that I put on myself, and that's what we do as coaches.
All right, Coach, now as we look at East Ascension this year on the offensive side of the ball, we know the offensive tackle Martinez, highly recruited. When you go against a guy like that, do you game plan for that? Just play your game? What's your strategy going against someone like him?
No. A lot of times we don't try to point out a kid like that any more than just saying, hey, man, they got a big-time tackle. If you think you're a college football player, you need to whip his butt as much as you can, because everybody in the country is going to watch his film. So if you're whipping him, they're going to see you on film. Game plan wise, they are who they are, and we know what they want to do, and they know what they want to do, and they're doing it behind a very big physical line. And it's going to be a tall task for us to answer the call of the physicality in the trenches. But our guys are up for it, and I want to see our kids compete against the best. I mean, if you want to be the best, don't tell me you want to be the best. Be the best by producing against guys that are the best. And, I'm excited to see, the Devin Max of the world, the Darius Scotts, guys like that want to be big-time players. Well, go be a big-time player against a big-time dude. And, everybody in the country is going to know you because they're going to watch his film. They
were a little unsettled at quarterback in the offseason, but we do know that their running backs and wide receivers are a talented group. What do you look for them to do offensively?
Yeah, they've got a few dudes, and I think they've got a dude we haven't seen, number 9, that may be back. It's EA. They want to run the football. They can run some wildcat type stuff and put an athlete back there that has just enough arm to scare you that you have to honor. But can beat you because there are a bunch of running backs that can go, a bunch of good athletes behind a big time physical line, and our job is to be disciplined. Our big thing is defensively this week is discipline. They trust the scheme. They do a lot of reading and some option type stuff, not necessarily like triple option type stuff, but they're going to have some options in these plays where we have to be disciplined. We can't chase what our eyes think they see. Do what you're taught to do, build the wall, and let the things happen. When it's your turn to make the play, you're going to make the play. We're just going to be really disciplined to play against these guys and stop this offense.
Defensively for the Spartans, maybe their strong spot is going to be the defensive backfield, but they did lose a lot of experience from that team last year. What do you expect to see from them defensively?
Yeah, again, they're very sound. Sometimes with simplicity is complexity. And I think that what makes them complex in their simple scheme is that they got some players that can play. EA is never going to hurt for athletes that can fly around, that can run around and make plays, that can hit you, that's going to have a chance to go up and get the football. And those teams like EA, they graduate some players, but they reload quite well. I mean, they've had some big. Their JV program's always really good, freshman program. So again, East Ascension is I like the simplicity of their defense, but it gives their dudes a chance to fly around and play fast and play physical. And, there's something to be said for that. I sometimes wish we did a little more of that, and kind of try to take some of the little things we try to do and make our defense look so complex. And just, we're forgetting, man, we got good players too. Line them up and let them take out the thinking and let them go play.
For Denham Springs offensively, talk about fast start. Do you want to talk about a sense of urgency to get that? But at the same time, I know you don't want to put a lot of pressure on kids to go out there and feel like they have to overly do something. So what's your game plan offensively going into this one, and how do you just kind of get settled in? Last week was just very difficult with the field conditions. Maybe it would be different on a normal field, but this week, how do you see it?
Yeah, this was a big talk last week, and excited to see what can happen. And with those conditions, things change. Really, you're happy to get out of there with a W last week, but you're really happy to get out of there with no serious injuries. So, again, we just turn the page, man. We keep plugging away at what we're good at, who we want to be, and try to get them as comfortable as possible with our base type offensive stuff to where we can go call that early. You know what to do. You know how to do it in your sleep. So the nerves of the game aren't going to eat you while you're trying to produce early on. And, you go out and execute early on and get some big plays, get a little momentum. And, when things are exciting and we've made some big plays, our kids really play up. We could just go out, make a couple of big plays early on, whether we score or not, but just move the football and create some excitement. Our kids feed off of that, and then you'll see a really good game going forward for 48 minutes.
All right, Coach, and we do know that special teams are a big part of the game. Special teams is a big part of what you enjoy and nothing that you shy away from. Last week, Trenton Harrison, some really big-time punts that changed the field position. How important is that going to be in this one?
Yeah, again, when you flip the field position like he did, that what a big-time game by him. He was our player of the game because of it. That punter is not the most glorified position. And you got a lot of pressure, and when you don't do a good job, you get hammered. But when you do a great job, nobody really talks about it. But he did flip the field and gave us a chance to win that game, and the same thing's got to be done here. When you punt the ball like he does with the height and the hang time, gives our guys a chance to cover after we've protected it. If we can close those gaps and make sure their return guys don't get an easy catch and release, an easy catch and begin the return, we got a chance to stop them because again they're electric. Their athletes are really electric, and the special teams sometimes poses a threat because there's a lot of airspace on that field that you've got to close and suck out. While their dude is a stud returning the football, and we got to continue to be disciplined and cover kicks and continue to flip the field, and we got a chance to beat anybody defensively with what we do.
Coach, always a joy talking with you. Going to be a great night at Yellow Jackets Stadium. Best of luck, and go Jackets.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for all y'all do. You're doing an awesome job. Mom and Dad are loving watching y'all on YouTube, and I appreciate all you do. Mom, Dad, love y'all.
That was head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Coach Brett Beard. We are back after this on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
Do you have a go-to doctor when you're sick? Now more than ever, having a primary care provider you know and trust is essential. It's time to put your health first and schedule a visit with a North Oaks primary care provider today. From annual checkups to health screenings and everything in between, our team of providers are ready to provide the care you need to stay healthy. Call 985-230-APPT today to schedule an appointment or schedule online at northoaks.org/PCP.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then, turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Max Sellers from Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. We're again excited to be a sponsor of the Denham Springs Fighting Yellow Jackets football team this year. We appreciate all the support from your community in our first few years in business, and we are excited about things to come. Whether it's a new or used car, truck, or SUV, award-winning service from our dedicated service and parts staff, or even an outstanding collision repair for your vehicle, Ralph Sellers Chevrolet wants to earn your business. From our Ralph Sellers Chevrolet dealership family to your school family, go Jackets!
Von Roten Eye Clinic is your full-service eye care specialist. Dr. Hunter Bond and Dr. Chris Roten and their staff expertly handle all of your eye care needs. A former Jackets football player, Dr. Hunter Bond is proud to serve the Denham Springs community that gave so much to him. You can visit Von Roten Eye Clinic at 222 Veterans Boulevard in Denham Springs or call 791-2020. That's Von Roten Eye Clinic in Denham Springs with locations in Hammond and Ames.
If you're a small business owner in the Denham Springs area, think about everything you need to help your business succeed. You need a plan, happy customers, steady cash flow, and an insurance agent that gets you. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson runs a small business in the Denham Springs community area too, and she understands the unique needs of local business owners. She will make it easy to choose the right protection at the right price, because one thing you don't need is insurance stress. Call State Farm agent Brandy Robertson for your small business needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Karam Inn, Triton Outpatient Clinic, Todd Caruso, Attorney at Law, Duke Seafood and Steakhouse, Modad 1 Individual Sewage Treatment System, Forest Grove Plantation, and Billy Leach Professional Title Company. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Yellow Jackets and the East Ascension Spartans from Yellow Jacket Stadium. District 5-5A opener. I'm Josh Ward alongside my partner, Mitch Covington. Mitch, excitement building here. Yellow Jacket Stadium should be a full house here on a beautiful fall night for the Friday Night Lights. District opener for these two teams. We know that East Ascension lost to Sam Houston 24-48 last week in Sam Houston. Yellow Jackets obviously know 16-13 over Woodlawn in that one. So, as we mentioned earlier, you can throw all that out the record book right now, because when district starts, it's a whole new ball game. You know, both of these teams are going to look to start off, as we said earlier, 1-0 in the district. So, Brent and Paul, how important does he become in this one? The offensive line, how important do they become in this one? A lot of things that go into this one to try to get this Yellow Jackets offense going. We know the defense has been playing fantastic. So how do you get this offense going?
Well, it could be a combination of everything. Like you said, the running game got working a little bit last week, and we found some ways to move the football and pick up first downs on the ground. Jerry Horn struggled last week, only completed 4 passes, I think 4 for 17 maybe in the total numbers. However, 2 of those were touchdowns, and they were very important plays. Without those touchdowns, we definitely wouldn't have come out on top. But a lot better field conditions tonight. I think he and the receivers are going to be a lot more in sync tonight, be able to move out there, make good cuts, get open, and trying to, got to move the chains a little bit in the passing game as well as the running game. Got to work together, some complementary football. And, I feel like this is almost opening night here at Denham Springs High School. We've only had the one home game. In the first game, it rained all day long. Really was supposed to rain during game time, but actually we caught a little bit of break after kickoff. It didn't rain much after, but it really did, put a limit on the crowd size that we had. Much better crowd tonight. The band's out here. Yellow Jackets, home side is filling in with a lot of fans, and so really looking forward to it tonight.
Jaden Kent, we now know, is lost for the season for the Yellow Jackets on that defensive end. Devin Mack stepped in last week, did a great job. He was one of those players that really wasn't his first time being in a varsity thing. He would kind of switch out with Jaden Kent from time to time, so he wasn't being thrown into a new situation, as we talked about with Coach Beard. But next man up has got to be your mentality, and he played a great game last week. But now that Jaden Kent is lost for the season, you know that now you can kind of move forward. Unfortunate for Jaden Kent. I know Coach Beard was talking with him earlier in the week. Just a tough player. one of those things. It's an unfortunate part of the game, but you got to keep going. But Devin Mack stepping into that starting role for the Yellow Jackets now.
Really tough break for Jaden, a senior that got a decent amount of playing time last year, and then this was his senior year. He's ready to be the starter and get there and do good things, and then injury happens. And we talk about it every year at the beginning of the season. What we see on the field right now in week 1 is not going to be the finished product in week 10. A lot of things happen. Some guys play well, some don't play as well, and think that changes are made in the lineup. And sometimes people get hurt, and that's a tough part of the game. But in any athletics, not just football, it could be basketball, baseball, track, all the sports, injuries do happen. So you have to have that depth, and you got to have a whole lot of guys in the squad ready to step up when their number is called, and Devin Mack has definitely done that.
All right, let's take a quick look at the starting lineup here as we have the Yellow Jackets on offensive. It's going to be the starting lineup offensively for the Yellow Jackets. On left tackle is going to be Coy Bethencourt, left guard Preston Carmichael, the center Bryson McCabe, right guard Christian Ferguson, right tackle Cy Martin. Wide receivers will be Gaspard, Goldman, LaBeouf, and LaBeouf, and then the backfield will be Peyton Puffer, Brenton Paul, and of course quarterback Jerry Horn. As we look at defensive end, Darius Scott and Devin Mack, as we were just talking about. Trenton Harrison at the nose guard. Your linebackers are Ja'Cory Gross, Caden Allen, James Gaspard, and Ravius Williams. And in the backfield for the Yellow Jackets defensively is Jane Washington, Jalen Matwire, Caden Anderson, and Rancher Miller. So that is your starting lineup here for the Yellow Jackets. So again, offensive line staying the same as what they did last week. Now we know Devin Mack, as we just mentioned earlier, in that one. So that's where we will be for the Yellow Jackets starting lineup here tonight. We will take our final timeout. When we come back, we will get you ready for kickoff here at District 5-5A opener. Yellow Jackets and the Spartans, Yellow Jackets Stadium. We're back after this on the Sporting Center. Yellow Jackets warm up.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy has been serving the wonderful people of Livingston Parish for over 20 years now. This is Ben Wilson, Denham Springs High School, class of 98.
And the much younger Stephen Wilson, class of 2003. We are honored to have the opportunity to help those in our community return to a normal way of life following injury. From the geriatric population to the young athlete, we are committed to helping you become stronger, faster, and better.
So for all of your physical therapy and rehab needs, come see us at Peak Performance Physical Therapy, located in Denham Springs at 145 Aspen Square, or visit our website at peakperformancephysicaltherapy.com.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
Since 1898, the Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as the news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
Count on it at Smith Accounting Services. Randy Smith and his staff have decades of accounting experience, with Randy along with Mickey McMorris and a terrific staff. Smith Accounting Services can handle all of your accounting needs: personal taxes, computerized payroll services, corporate income tax, business taxes, bookkeeping. And when their quality work is done, you can count on Randy Smith to reminisce about Yellow Jackets athletics. Smith Accounting Services, 277 East Railroad, Denham Springs.
Like it was never there, Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care, Safe Voyage Tattoo, Use Safe and Lock, District Court Judge Brian Abels, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, and Coconut Lily's Daiquiris. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
We get back in Yellow Jackets football. It is going to be Denham Springs and the East Ascension Spartans here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. That will do it for the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Brought to you by Sporting Center, proudly serving Livingston Parish since 1977. At Sporting Center, they've got everything you need from athletic equipment to school uniforms. Go see Stacy Phipps, James Adam McCants, and their terrific staff. That is at Sporting Center, 205 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. The captains are out on the field for the coin toss. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington, Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. We ask that you hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share it out, and let everyone who can't be here tonight see the game. Of course, we've got Darren Ferrente in studio with us. We've got Jake Williamson. We've got John Fine, Lamine Figueroa back at the studio. So the whole gang is here. We are so happy to be back at Yellow Jacket Stadium, Mitch. And I mean, they say there's no place like home. After the 2 weeks on the road at Central, at Woodlawn, it is great to be here in the sweet confines of Yellow Jacket Stadium.
Air-conditioned press box. How about that? It's been a few weeks since we've had
That's
that.
Right. We have been outside more times than we've been inside so far this year.
It really isn't even the elements of the weather that bothers as much. It's just, man, we've been right next to the speakers and the PA system, and it's hard to hear. You know, I know I could hear it on our microphones. You could hear the PA guy. You could hear the bands. It was really loud. But now we're back inside, just you and I talking. I think we'll be good to go tonight.
All right, Mitch, so your keys here for the Yellow Jackets to get this one started here against the East Ascension Spartans.
I'm just going to roll with what Coach Beard's been talking about for most of this season. Just we have been slow starters. And then once again last week we fell behind early on, didn't get points on the board until the last minute of the first half. And so we want to try and get off to better starts. The coaching staff is really searching, trying to find ways to get their squad out to a better first quarter, maybe try and take an early lead or something like that, play from out in front. We haven't played out in front much at all this year. We've been trailing early on. Of course, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and we've been finishing on top more of the times than we have not. So we want to keep that good second half going, but let's get off to a good first half as well.
All right, so Yellow Jackets will be kicking off to the Spartans, so we will see this Yellow Jackets defense, and we've talked about how well they've played all season up to this point. They will need to keep that going here tonight, so it'll be Jonathan Bravo with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line that sends the Spartans out onto the field to receive, and we're just about ready to get this one underway. Mitch, let's have a good one, buddy.
Let's do it. We can always have fun and smile when the Jackets are winning. So Jackets do well for us. We'll be having a good time. We'll be laughing and cutting up like we did the last 6 minutes of last week.
That's right. The last 6 minutes of last week were fantastic. All right, Bravo has it teed up at the 40-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are lined up. Spartans are lined up, and we are ready to get this one underway. Bravo will step up, and he will put a boot into it. End over end kick. It'll be a fair caught at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Spartans after this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Do you have a go-to doctor when you're sick? Now more than ever, having a primary care provider you know and trust is essential. It's time to put your health first and schedule a visit with a North Oaks primary care provider today. From annual checkups to health screenings and everything in between, our team of providers are ready to provide the care you need to stay healthy. Call 985-230-APPT today to schedule an appointment or schedule online at northoaks.org/PCP.
Welcome back in. Yellow Jackets football going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will start this drive at the 27-yard line. There's going to be a handoff in the backfield to Wilson, and he will get no gain on the carry.
I'm going to go ahead and call his name out because we called it so many times last week, but James Gaspar right there at the line of scrimmage, meeting him, doing a great job picking up where he left off last week. I don't have official stats on him, but he made so many tackles at the line and behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, he's right there, had the running back wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. It will be Gotro under center. We've got a flag on the play. We'll have to wait to see what this one is about.
We lined up offside, so we took them back on the first play, but give them a free 5.
Yep, that's right. All right, it is going to be 2nd and 6 now. They had lost 1 yard on the previous play, so 2nd and 6 now for the Spartans. Their own 31-yard line. It is going to be Davis under center. The running back is going to go under center. Here is a snap. Excuse me, is a shotgun formation. It was to go to. Here's a handoff. That is going to be Wilson. Gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And it is going to be First down for the Spartans.
He hit a good seam right there, hit up right on the right side of the Jacket defense, and had a really good tackle by Caden Anderson and Jacob Deal there, or else he could have gone. He had a lot of head of speed. That was almost a really big play.
All right, going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball is at their own 43-yard line. It will be Gotro from the shotgun.
First down for the Spartans. He hit a good seam right there, hit up
Gotro from the shotgun will get the snap. We'll fake the handoff, and we'll hand it off to Wilson. Wilson will get across midfield into Yellow Jacket territory right around the first down marker. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Denham Springs 47-yard line.
That's another tough run for East Ascension. Of course, they're running on the left side of their line. That's Javon Matthews, one of the top offensive linemen in the state. Of course, they're going to follow him, and for 2 plays right there, he's opened up some holes.
All right, so there's going to be first down Spartans just on the way here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Open and drive here in this district opener. It is going to be 1st and 10, 47-yard line at Denham Springs. Here is Gotro. We'll hand it off to Wilson. Wilson coming to the near side, gets to the 41-yard line of Denham Springs.
All right, looks like on this opening drive, we kind of see what we're going to have to deal with tonight. They're trying to steadily run along the left side of the East Ascension offensive line. That puts the right side of the Jacket defense. And as I mentioned before, Javon Matthews, he's one of the top players in the state as an offensive lineman. He's a big, strong guy, a lot of college offers, and they are following him tonight.
All right, going to be second down, about 5 now. Here is the handoff. This time it is going to be to Williams. Williams will get to the Yellow Jacket 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short.
3rd and short right here. So the Jackets have created the first 3rd down of the night. Short yardage, though, so we have to kind of cram them up in there. But a lot of times, defensive philosophy, do you kind of all-out blitz here and then perhaps open yourself up for a big play?
All right, 3rd and short. We've got a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be against the Spartans. Maybe there's some early movement. Going to be a false start.
So the Jacket defensive front slid from the right to the left, kind of shifted positions, and then the left tackle for East Ascension jumped off sides right there. And so that's going to help the Jackets out. Briston Martinez, your left tackle. So from 3rd and 1 back to 3rd and 6. A little bit better chance for the defense to make a stop. Thinking on field position here, East Ascension probably has 2 downs to get it. I don't think they're going to punt if they get a few yards on this one.
All right, on 3rd and 6, it'll be Gotro from the shotgun looking to the sideline now. He has Wilson in the backfield with him. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off to Wilson. Wilson coming to the near side is going to be hit by Rancher Miller and spun around. It is going to be close at the first down marker. I think it's going to be just enough to move the sticks, Mitch.
Yeah, Rancher Miller coming from his safety position, so a very good tackle as a runner, try to almost leap him, and Rancher was there to make the tackle, bring him down hard. However, got enough yards to pick up the first down for the Spartans.
All right, so a heavy run game here for the Spartans to start this one off so far.
Yep, all run.
Gotro out of the shotgun. On 1st and 10 from the Yellow Jacket 36-yard line, it is going to be a run again. Imagine that. And it is going to be for no gain back to the line of scrimmage.
Very good job by the Jacket defensive front right there, stuffing it up in the middle. There was Devin Mack again, helping to hold him up at the line of scrimmage, not giving much running room as the East Ascension runner tried to cut back to the right side of the Yellow Jacket defense, or the right side of the offensive line, really, but not any room to run.
8:13 left here, first quarter. It is going to be Gotro from the shotgun on 2nd and 10 from the Yellow Jacket 36. Here is the snap, hands it off to Wilson. Wilson finds a little bit of room, gets across the 30, will be tackled shy of the 25-yard line. Looks like they'll put him down about the 27, makes him just shy of the first down.
Yeah, good run right there by Jeremiah Wilson. We actually had a defender in the hole. I believe that may have been Gaspard there to try and make tackle, but he broke the tackle, which would only been a short gain, and picked up several yards off of it.
All right, so 3rd and inches now for the Spartans. Here is Gotro. Will hand off in the backfield to Williams, who will be hit, but will be just enough for the first down as he gets to the Yellow Jacket 25. First down for the Spartans.
Oddly speaking, they are running the ball. Most time when you run the ball, you're trying to ground control and work that clock, but they're kind of running quickly between plays. They're not taking a whole lot of time off the play clock. A lot of run, but they're moving the ball between plays. They're getting to that line of scrimmage and calling a play and getting right after it.
7:20 left here in this first quarter. It is Spartans on 1st and 10, Yellow Jacket 25-yard line as Gotro will check the sideline. Has Williams in the backfield along with Davis. And Gotro will work it from a pistol formation. Here is a snap. It's a high snap. Ball is on the ground. I believe Williams has to pick it up and fall down on it, and he will bit about a half yard, if that, on the bad snap to Gotro.
Yeah, we almost caught a break right there. Direct snap almost to the running back, it looked like, and then high snap. He wasn't able to catch it, but it bounced right up off the turf, and he was able to snag it before the Jackets could get to it.
All right, so it'll be no gain. Second down and 10, 25-yard line now for the Spartans. They will play at the Yellow Jacket 25. 6:30 left here in the first quarter. Gautreaux will line up. Now we will check the sideline. And he will line it up and await the snap. Here is a snap. He will hand it off to Wilson. Wilson going to the far sideline. Has some room and gets pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Going to be first and goal now for the Spartans. So run it, and then run it again.
But a good job, however, of East Ascension. They've mixed up the runs. It hasn't all been steady between the tackles or between the guards. They've run left. They've run right. That time they went outside with it, so they are keeping us on our toes, even though it's not a run-pass balance.
First and goal for the Spartans, and it is going to be a timeout. It is a Water Tree of Denham Springs hydration break. Water Tree from the Water Tree may help you feel better, look better, and live longer, Mitch.
That even makes John Fine look better?
Hey, nothing can do that. Not even this miracle water. And this is not miracle water. It is the water from the Water Tree. That is Railroad Avenue in the heart of Denham Springs. Back after this timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel. One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small-town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
That is the Water Tree of Denham Springs hydration break, and it is going to be first and goal, 8-yard line for the Spartans. 5:59 left here in the first quarter. This opening drive of this District 5-5A opener. Gautreaux from the shotgun will get the snap. He will hand it off to Wilson. Wilson coming to the near side. Excuse me, that is going to be Williams, and Williams will be at the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown.
Yeah, we had a chance, Rancher Miller, to make a tackle. They stretched it hard to the left side of the East Ascension offensive line, trying to get to the edge. Rancher Miller was there at about the 5-yard line, but Aaron Williams put a little spin move on him and bounced off the tackle and then found the end zone. So great opening drive for East Ascension, moving it right down the field, all on the ground, and then found the end zone at the end of it.
Yep, so they started that drive at, the 26-yard line? 27-yard line.
Yep.
26. Yep, so a long drive right there. That was all run plays by the Spartans. That will send out Preston Baker to attempt the extra point.
Denham better get some movement, some guys on the left side.
Yeah,
we don't have people.
So Baker is out there. See if they.
We don't have enough guys on the left. Oh, right. we got away with it. Some kind of swinging gate look we probably haven't seen. We had very few guys out here they had 4 blockers.
All right, so it will be Preston Baker to attempt the extra point to put the Spartans up by 7. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. Through the uprights. Extra point is good. It is 5:50 left here in the first quarter. East Ascension 7, Denham Springs 0. Back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sportin' Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sportin' Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Yellow Jackets football, 5:50 left here, first quarter. It is East Ascension 7. They score on the first drive of the game, so they lead at 7-0 over the Yellow Jackets. Now we'll get to see this Yellow Jackets offense come out onto the field. Preston Baker will be kicking it off for the Spartans. It will be Kerner and...
probably Enzo.
And, Landry. Right?
Correct.
Here is the kickoff from the 40-yard line, end over end. It is going to be Kerner, the 5-yard line. He's at the 10, 15, 20, up the middle, gets to the 25. We brought down shy of the 30-yard line, but we first and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Some decent starting position here for this Yellow Jackets offense.
Pretty good return by Kerner there, almost to the 30-yard line. And we were chuckling. We talked about that last week with Enzo Landry.
Yeah, that's right. That's
he's always going to be known as Enzo. Last name Landry, but you got one of those, just one name. Enzo. That's all we got to have to say.
All right, so Yellow Jackets will come out onto the field. It is going to be first and 10. They will start this drive at the 29-yard line officially with 5:43 left here in the first quarter. Horn from the shotgun. We'll send a man in motion. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off to Paul. Paul trying to find some space. Gets across the 30 and will be tackled shy of the 32-yard line.
Yeah, interesting look right there. John Gaspar, one of your receivers, came in motion, but kind of ended up being a lead blocker right there for Brenton Paul. Was able to open up some good running room on the left side of that Jacket offensive line. That reshuffled line that we've seen last week. Cy Martin, your left tackle, number 72, and then Christian Ferguson, your left guard, opened up some good running room on that first down play.
Yep, second down and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Brenton Paul will pick up 5 yards on that carry. Second and 5, their own 34-yard line for the Yellow Jackets now. It'll be Horn from the shotgun as he will snap it. Hands it off to Paul. Paul going to the left side. Will be wrapped up for no gain. Make it 3rd and 5.
After a good first down, picking up 5 good yards. That time didn't get any yards picked up, so 3rd and 5. Jackets with a 3rd and manageable. We've seen a lot of 3rd and 12s and 3rd and 17s early in this year, so 3rd and 5. I like our chances better with those.
4:45 left here. First quarter, East Ascension 7, Denham Springs 0. Yellow Jackets will play at 3rd down and 5 from their own 34-yard line.
Be really important to pick up a first down right here, just if anything, to give your defense a little bit of a rest. That was a good drive by East Ascension to open the game there. Even 6.5 minutes off the clock, and then we don't want to get right back out there after 3 and out.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. Horn from the shotgun gets the snap. We'll toss it in the backfield. That is going to be to Brenton Paul again, and he will get to the 35-yard line, so make it 4th and 4 now for the Yellow Jackets.
A little bit late getting set up for the play right there. That seemed kind of rushed at the end. We kind of got lined up with 4 seconds left on the play clock, and so not the best play there on 3rd and 5 as we kind of felt rushed, I think, at the end. And so out comes the punt unit. Now, that was our best play last week. 2 good punts by Trenton Harrison and a couple of fumbles after the punt.
Looks like it is going to be Deron McZill back to receive the punt. Here's the punt by Harrison. It is going to be blocked by the Spartans, and they will have it 1st and 10 deep in Yellow Jacket territory. They lead at 7-0, and we're back after this timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by BJ Pawn and Gun, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, Liberty Auto Sales, Cypress Pharmacy, Burning Lotus Tattoo of Denham Springs, and Rustic Home Outlet and Mattress Express Outlet. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will start this drive at the Denham Springs 22-yard line after the block punt by the Spartans from Trenton Harrison. Here's Gotro from the shotgun. We've got a flag on the play. Looks like some early movement there against the Spartans, hopefully.
Yep. We were talking pregame, what may be a key to the game, hoping to get out to a good start. Well, this was not the good start we were looking for. An opening touchdown drive for EA, a quick 3 and out by the Jackets, and then on that punt, the snap was a little high on the right, to the right. Trenton Harrison had to move to his right to field it. I didn't think he looked the quickest trying to get rid of it since it had moved him off his spot, and then EA was able to get a hand on it and block it and has great field position here for their second drive.
Make it 1st down and 15 for the Spartans after the 5-yard false start penalty. Gotro will have Wilson and Davis in the backfield with him as he checks the sideline. Gets lined up, gets ready to go. Here's a snap. We'll hand it off to Wilson. Wilson going off the right side will get to the Yellow Jacket 24-yard line.
As I mentioned on the previous drive, it's been all run plays. However, they've run some wide runs to the right, some wide runs to the left. They've been off tackle to the left, off tackle to the right. They're keeping the spread out throughout the run game.
Going to be 2nd down and 11 now from the Yellow Jacket 24-yard line for East Ascension. Spartans in no hurry here. Under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. They lead at 7-0. Gotro will get the snap, will hand it up. No, Gotro going to keep it himself. He fakes the handoff to Wilson. Gotro up the middle will get across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Good tackle by Lucas Gillen, the junior safety. He was the only one that knew the quarterback had the ball. Play fake out there to the right side. They just run the stretch play to the right. Quarterback kept it back through the inside a little bit. Quarterback power. Good thing Lucas Gillen read the play pretty well. Stopped it after about a 5-yard gain. But after the initial 5-yard penalty to start the drive for EA, facing a 3rd and 7.
Yep, going to be 3rd and 7 from the Yellow Jacket 19-yard line here for the Spartans. Gotro from the shotgun will get the snap. He will fake the handoff. Has pressure coming. He's going to roll. He throws. It's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver in the flat there was Williams, and it is 4th down for East Ascension.
So the first time EA tries to pass off a play action look right there, Ravius Williams, your outside linebacker, one of your senior captains, hand in the face and not really allowing the quarterback there, Caden Gotro, to get a good look at the receiver. So a good stand by the Jacket defense. If EA gets 3 points, you certainly can't blame the defense for it. They didn't give up a first down after the turnover, so great stand. Hopefully hold it just to a small lead here.
But 26-yard field goal, we'll call it. It will be Preston Baker to attempt it. Ball is on the right hash. Here is a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is going to be good as he gets it through the uprights and he extends the East Ascension lead. They now lead at 10-0 over the Yellow Jackets. 2:05 left here in the first quarter. Back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Quick and Handy Cleaners is now Sunshine Cleaners. The name has changed, but not the same great service you've received throughout the years. Hats off to Scooter and Kate Keene for everything they've done to help the Livingston Parish community. The Moore family at Sunshine Cleaners has been in business since 1995 and looks forward to offering the same great service with the same great staff you've come to rely on. Family owned and operated, that's Sunshine Cleaners. Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, and locations in Baton Rouge.
Welcome back in. Yellow Jackets football, Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. If you're on DS Jacket Vision, we ask that you hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Give us a like and share it out so your friends and family can join us if they are not able to make it here tonight. Here's Baker to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Here's the kick end over end. It is going to be fielded by the Yellow Jackets. That's going to be Kerner on the return. Gets to the 10. It'll be hit at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets as they will start this drive trailing East Ascension by 10.
Well, a story of the season so far early in the year, and hopefully it's something we can get cleaned up as the season progresses, but field position. We just aren't able to change field position with our kicking game. Other teams have had kickers kicking the ball in the end zone, and we start on the 20. That time, Kerner caught the ball on the 1-yard line, and a good coverage unit right there stopped him at the 15. So our drive starting at the 15. Compare that with EA just started a drive at the Yellow Jacket 22. It's hard to win football games like that.
Do you want to kind of let that one maybe go into the end zone there and start at the 20 opposed to running it out?
I mean, it's a possible chance to do that, yeah. You would think you would at least be able to return to the 20, though. Yeah.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They start from their own 15-yard line. It is going to be Goldman in the backfield with Horn, who gets the snap, will keep it himself, gets to the 15-yard line, and will fight for some more yards. They're going to put him down about the 19, so a quarterback keeper there by Jerry Horn with John Goldman getting in the action in the backfield with him as well.
I was about to say, you didn't clarify that. That wasn't Sean Goldman, the receiver. That was John Goldman, the quarterback. We had 2 quarterbacks in the backfield just then. Maybe something you might see later on. Sneak a quarterback in there, a little double pass look maybe. But Brenton Paul back in the game in his normal tailback position. Another good first down play. We started last drive with 5 yards on first down. Once again, we've picked up 5 yards, but we need to get some first downs, move the chains. Right now, we've been outplayed about 15 offensive plays to EA to about 3 for the Jackets.
All right, minute 15 left here. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Yellow Jackets from their own 20-yard line. Here is Horn out of the shotgun. We'll get it to Paul. Paul will get to the 25-yard line. They'll look like they'll put him down about the 26, making it a Yellow Jackets first down and our first Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill Jackets first down of the game. Big Mike's, family-owned, children-friendly, incredible food, and locally owned by our good friend Big Mike O'Neill.
And a good job there by Brenton Paul being patient and following his offensive line on the left side, and they opened up enough room. So 2 running plays for the Jackets have done the job to get the first down and get us moving a little bit. Some good momentum as we close out this first quarter.
Now under a minute left here in this opening quarter, Yellow Jackets trailing East Ascension 10-0. It'll be Horn with an empty backfield on first down from his own 26. Horn looks to throw, pressure steps up. He will step up in the pocket as well, escapes another tackle, stays on his feet, be brought down at the 25-yard line for a loss of 1 yard, but a lot of Spartans in the backfield right there on that one, Mitch.
Yeah, the initial looks weren't open for Jay Horn, and he did a good job of stepping up through the pocket and moved out to his right. I actually thought if Gaspard could have turned up the sideline, I think Horn was waiting on him to turn upfield. A little scramble drill. Everybody knows if you're short and the quarterback scrambles, you go deep. If you're deep, you come back short. And Gaspard kind of hung out the sideline. Had he turned up the sideline, I think Horn was going to try and get it to him.
All right, so it looks like that will do it for first quarter action here from Yellow Jackets Stadium. We've played one from Denham Springs. It is East Ascension 10, Yellow Jackets 0. Yellow Jackets have the ball after this timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Welcome back in, Yellow Jackets football. It is going to be second down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets as they will flip the field here now. So we played one quarter, Mitch, and it looks like the Spartans have come in with a ground game approach to this one.
They definitely have, and that's similar to what they did in the past. Even though we got a new coaching staff, they've still got a lot of big guys at EA, and they want to run the football, and they want to control the clock with a physical running game. And you look at that record stat, well, they're 1-2. Yeah, but they're scheduled. They've played some really good teams. They've lost to Brother Martin out of New Orleans. They went to Sam Houston over there near Lake Charles, and those are some really good football teams. And so they played some good games with those guys. So don't be looking at the record. It's early in the year. These guys are a pretty good football team.
All right, so it'll be second down and 11. Yellow Jackets will will play it from their own 25-yard line on second down at the start of the second quarter. Horn, empty backfield, gets the snap. He drops back, dances around, will step up in the pocket now, and he's going to be tripped up for a loss on the play to the 24-yard line.
I thought that time Horn had a little bit of time to find his receivers. He didn't quite like the read that he saw, but didn't necessarily have a letdown by the offensive line. He had a little bit of time to try and find someone. He just didn't find the guy open he was looking for, tried to tuck it and get through the pass rush, but the EA rush closed down on him, so he couldn't contain.
Makes it third and 12 from their own 24-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Horn with an empty backfield yet again. Five receiver set, 3 to the near side, 2 out to the far. Here is the snap. Horn drops back. Has pressure coming. He is going to have to throw this one out of bounds as he is going to take a hit as well. Big hit right there by the defensive end, Jamar Smith.
And the, grounding rules have changed in high school. They now give you the opportunity if the quarterback is outside the pocket to throw the ball away as long as you get it past the line of scrimmage. Not many receivers over there where Jerry Horn threw the ball, but he had scrambled to the right side, got outside the tackle box. But brings up a key play here. Here comes the punt unit. Last time we had one blocked. We need to get off a good punt right here.
It is going to be McZill back to receive for the Spartans. It'll be Trenton Harrison to punt it away on 4th and 12. From his own 24-yard line. Here is the snap. Clean punt by Harrison. A nice high hang time. It is going to be fielded by the Spartans at the 35-yard line. McZill will try to spin around. Still has some space. Still on his feet. Will be brought down at the 35-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They lead at 10-0 over the Yellow Jackets. We're back for this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
James Drug Store is your locally owned and operated pharmacy. James has been serving Livingston Parish for almost 100 years. Your independent pharmacy, James is committed to your health. Their pharmacists are there to serve you. Quick, accurate, professional. Old-fashioned service meets modern-day medicine. James Drug Store, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs.
Going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Here is Gotro. Gotro will hand it off in the backfield. That is going to be Davis on the carry, and he is going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, just going to back up to that punt right there. When Trenton Harrison has been able to get a good snap and get his timing going, he has kicked some really good punts recently. That was a good punt to move him back. Good coverage by Cedric Polk, and then John Gaspard finished off with a tackle.
I'll check myself. That was 7 Gant on the carry for the Spartans. Now they'll have it 2nd down and 6 from their own 39-yard line. I think 4 different guys have carried the ball for the Spartans here.
They are spreading it around.
Gotro from the shotgun. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off to Gant again, who gets to the 40 and is going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 42-yard line by Rancher Miller for the Yellow Jackets.
Really good tackle by Rancher Miller right there. Looked like Gant may be hitting a crease and was trying to get some acceleration and going upfield, but Rancher Miller met him at the hole and made a good tackle right there, bringing up a 3rd and short for East Ascension.
All right, going to be 3rd and short for East Ascension. It's going to be 3rd and 2 from their own 43-yard line. Need to get to the 45 to move the sticks. Gotro will do a hard count. Now we'll check the sideline. He's got one receiver out to either side. It is going to be Wilson and Davis in the backfield. It will be a pistol formation now for Gotro. He will get the snap. He will hand it off to Wilson. Wilson will be hit at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like they're going to be short of the first down. Looks like they're going to be to the 44, so it'll be 4th and 1 now for the Spartans. With a 10-point lead, Mitch, you would think this would be punt territory, huh?
I don't know. I think they feel confident in their run game, and they were running behind Javon Matthews. We mentioned how good he was, but we did a great job standing it up right there. A lot of guys crammed inside, trying to make a stand for us right there. So Darius Scott was in the middle of that action, stuff on the offensive line.
All right, Yellow Jackets on their feet here in Yellow Jacket Stadium. Going to be 4th and inches for the Spartans. Their own 44-yard line. Here is the handoff to Wilson. He is going to be hit in the backfield, and it is going to be a turnover on downs. Yellow Jackets defensive stop. It'll be 1st and 10 for Denham Springs after this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Like it was never there, Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
Yellow Jackets defense with a huge stop on 4th and inches. They will now have it 1st and 10 from the East Ascension 44-yard line to start this drive. 8:53 left here in the half. Yellow Jackets trail by 10. Horn from the shotgun will send a couple of guys in motion. Has Paul in the backfield with him. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off to Paul. Paul is going to be hit and brought down for a yard loss on the carry.
Well, we've been talking about needing field position and a great defensive stand right there by the Jackets after the good punt by Trenton Harrison to pin them back a little bit past midfield. And then 2 big plays on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. The Jacket defense stood tall, giving the offense now the football on the plus side of the field. I see number 4, Tylen Haynes, out there. We missed him last week, and now he's back in here in action for the Yellow Jackets, and maybe that'll help the passing game get going for us.
2nd and 11 for the Yellow Jackets. EA 45-yard line. Horn from the shotgun has 2 receivers to the near side. We'll send a couple of guys in motion yet again. And Horn will wait for the snap now. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off to Paul. Paul tries to find some space. He gets a little bit as he will get to the Spartan 41-yard line.
Another good patient run by Britton Paul, just staying behind his blockers. Peyton Puffer was trying to lead him around the right side, and after not initially looking like a lot was there, Britton just stayed patient, found a little wiggle room, got a few yards for us right there. 3rd and 7 for the Jackets. 7:45 in the second quarter, so good chance for trying to pick up a first down and move the ball forward and get in the scoring position.
It'll be 3rd and 7. East Ascension 41-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Horn with the empty backfield, gets a snap, drops back, looks to throw, fires. It's got Tylen Haynes at the 23-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Yellow Jackets, making a Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill Jackets first down. Check out the Denham Springs Sports Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Nice catch right there. Tylen Haynes to move the sticks.
It really was, and we've talked about in the past, that is Jerry Horn's go-to receiver. Tylen's had some big catches for us this year, a few 4th down catches, a couple of touchdowns, and on that 3rd and long, I watched him the whole way, and for some reason, EA, in some kind of a little bit zone coverage, he found an open spot in there, but they lost track of Tylen Haynes, and that's not a guy you want to lose because Jerry Horn's going to look for him, and a good throw and a great catch there by Tylen Haynes to pick up the first down.
1st and 10, Yellow Jackets, East Ascension 23-yard line. It is Horn from the shotgun. Has Goldman in the backfield with him. Here is the direct snap. It'll be to Horn. Gets across the 20. He brought down at about the 18-yard line. So a nice first down run right there by Jerry Horn.
It really is. I don't know if Jerry Horn is reading that. We had John Goldman again coming in fly motion, swinging out wide. If somebody runs with him, they've got less numbers in there to stop the run game. And you could see a linebacker running out, and it looked like we had a hat on a hat in the run game right there and picked up a lot of positive yards. So as long as EA is going to move a guy out the box, we might have some room to run out of that look.
Going to be about a 5-6 yard pickup right there by Horn. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. 18-yard line now of East Ascension for the Yellow Jackets. Horn will work it from the shotgun. Going to keep it himself again. Goes right up the middle and will be brought down at the East Ascension 17-yard line. Makes it 3rd and about 3 here for the Yellow Jackets.
That was the same look, but this time they did bring a guy out the box, but one of the backside defensive linemen, a backside linebacker, got off his block quicker and was able to make a stop.
All right, it is going to be a Water Tree of Denham Springs hydration break. Bottles of premium, classic, and natural antioxidant and alkaline H2O product pH from 7.5 to 10.5. Mitch, you got all that?
That was a whole lot of numbers, a whole lot of talking right there. I went to Denham and I went to McNeese State. Can you simplify that, please?
Well, let me just break it down for you. The Water Tree may help you feel better, look better, and live longer with perfect hydration. That's the Water Tree, Railroad Avenue in Denham Springs, and we are back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Brandon Rishu with Smart Move Real Estate, KOA Campground, the law office of IVL Graham, Brian Ross, owner OK Computers and Auto Sales, and Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
3rd and 4, Yellow Jackets from the East Ascension 18-yard line. Here is Horn from the shotgun. We'll throw it in the backfield to John Goldman, who looks towards the end zone looking for Tylen Haynes, and it is going to be incomplete. What a play call right there, but incomplete as Tylen Haynes just unable to keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah, the pass was caught. He just wasn't able to keep his feet in bounds. And we've been mentioning that. John Goldman's a quarterback, and he's played a lot of running back tonight. And right there, they brought him in motion, got a pass to him, which, of course, was backwards. And he was looking for Haynes on the corner route. And Haynes went up high to make a great catch. He just wasn't able to get his foot down in bounds. So the Jackets are going to work for the field goal attempt right here. A lot better conditions for kicking this week. You know, and I couldn't tell live last week, but I saw on the highlights and all, that ball got tipped. The one Bravo missed earlier in the game, it got tipped near the line of scrimmage.
Colton LaBeouf will be the holder. It'll be a 35-yard attempt for Jonathan Bravo. Here is a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. End over end. It is going to be good. Jonathan Bravo, 35-yard field goal, puts the Yellow Jackets on the board. 5:46 left here in the first half. East Ascension 10, Denham Springs 3, and we are back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Hey, it's Max Sellers from Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. We're again excited to be a sponsor of the Denham Springs Fighting Yellow Jackets football team this year. We appreciate all the support from your community in our first few years in business, and we are excited about things to come. Whether it's a new or used car, truck, or SUV, award-winning service from our dedicated service and parts staff, or even an outstanding collision repair for your vehicle, Ralph Sellers Chevrolet wants to earn your business. From our Ralph Sellers Chevrolet dealership family to your school family, go Jackets!
Welcome back in. Yellow Jackets football. 35-yard field goal is good by Jonathan Bravo as he puts the Yellow Jackets on the board. They now trail East Ascension 10-3, and we will have our Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive here for you in just a moment as John gets his paperwork together back there. But Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drives are brought to you by Brandy Robertson State Farm for auto, home, and life. It is Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance. Team members include Amanda Cook, Pauline and Cardis, Nikki Giachetti, Jana Goins, Justin Summerall, and Christina Watson. Visit betterwithbrandy.net. Jonathan Bravo kicks a 35-yard field goal. Will now have it teed up at the 40-yard line to kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. Steps up. Puts a foot into it, end over end, as he hits his spot right about the 20-yard line. It will be a flag on the play as it goes out of bounds, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. But scoring drive for us, if you could, please, Mitch.
Yes, the Yellow Jackets went 33 yards and took 3 minutes and 27 seconds off the clock. And then Jonathan Bravo finished it off with a 35-yard field goal. And so with 5:46 left in the second quarter, East Ascension still leads 10-3, but the Jackets have cut into it and now looking to make another defensive stop.
All right, that is your Bernie Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive. And Mitch, we've got a new addition to the postgame show here during the Ralph Sellers Chevrolet postgame show. You will now have to find your player of the game, which is going to be brought to you by Louisiana Tree Pro. So be ready for that. Again, Louisiana Tree Pro, new addition here to Yellow Jackets football. So glad to have them along with us, and some extra work for you now in the Ralph Sellers Chevrolet postgame show. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will have it at their own 35-yard line after the kick by Bravo went out of bounds.
We're scouting these guys out. Who's playing hard tonight? Who's making a lot of tackles? Who's making a lot of catches?
Gotro will get the snap from his own 35, will hand it off in the backfield. That is going to be Williams on the carry, as he will get across the line of scrimmage and picking up about 2 yards on the carry.
Hey, let's not leave out the kickers either. Jonathan Bravo, he said, hey, leave my name in there too. Now I want to be in the mix. That was a nice 35-yard field goal for the Jackets. And so being down 10 points, 2 scores, getting points on the board, following the great defensive stop, giving the ball Jackets good field position. So we've cut it to a 1-score game.
Going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans from their own 37-yard line. Gotro, he kind of lines up at the line. He lines up.
They finally slowing it down a little.
Yeah.
They were going real fast early on, not super fast, but they were faster, and now they're starting to slow it down a little bit and read the Jacket defense.
Gotro will await the snap. He will get it. He will hand it off in the backfield. That's going to be to Williams again, who gets across the 40 and will be brought down at the 42-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down now for the Spartans from their own 42.
All right. I'm going to say this time East Ascension thinks if they don't get the first down, they may punt us back, because they tried it from the same spot here earlier, weren't able to get it. So a big 3rd down for the Jacket defense. Hopefully we'll make another stand and bring out the punt unit.
All right, it'll be Gotro from a pistol formation. It is Wilson, the deep back. And he also has Caleb Davis in the backfield that will be lined up to Gotro's right.
And so far through 16 minutes of football, East Ascension's only attempted 1 pass. Incomplete.
Gotro will await the snap. Here it is. He will hand it off to Wilson. Wilson is going to be hit around the line of scrimmage. Will get maybe a yard at best, and it brings up 4th down for the Spartans. So, Mitch, did they learn their lesson on the previous drive, as you had mentioned?
I think they did, and here the punt unit looks to be coming onto the field. But I'll tell you what, James Gaspar was right there. They try to counter back to the right side, pulling those big guys. We talk about him and saying it all night. Javon Matthews, one of the best offensive linemen in the state. Gaspar saw a hole in the defense, shot through there before the guard could get through and try and kick him out and try and lead up in the hole, and a stop it before the EA could get the first down. So out comes the punt unit.
It'll be Preston Baker to punt it away on 4th down. It is Kerner and Lewis back to receive for the Yellow Jackets. They stand back about their own 15-yard line.
EA didn't have enough guys, so they call a timeout.
All right, so we got a timeout on the field. East Ascension will use their first of the half. We will take it with them as well. 10-3. Spartans on top. We're back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisors Scott Landry and Sims White can help. Stop by their office at 179 Del Orleans. That's Scott Landry and Sims White at Edward Jones, 179 Del Orleans, right across from the post office. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Going to be 4th down for the Spartans, 4th and 2 from their own 43-yard line. They will keep the punt team on the field. Again, it is Kerner and Lewis back to receive for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm going to give a shout-out right now. I've been watching here on the track trying to figure out what I was looking at, but it's our Jacket cheerleader alumni. I figured out we have some alumni cheerleaders down there leading the Jackets on tonight, having a good time.
Here is the punt by Baker. It is going to hit at the 25-yard line and takes a nice roll to the Yellow Jacket 10-yard line. Will be down. Will be 1st and 10. Yellow Jackets with a long field after this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Like it was never there. Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
Yellow Jackets football, Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. Hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and share it out for us here, and hope you're joining us and wherever you are. And if you are, get in the chat there and tell us where you're watching from and if you are enjoying tonight's game so far. Here is Horn on 1st and 10. He is going to have to throw this one out of bounds as pressure was coming. Yellow Jackets starting this drive at their own 11-yard line with 3:10 left here in this first half, and they trail by 7 to the Spartans.
I've bemoaned the fact of field position for the Jackets, and we have 2 punt returners back there, so it should be 1 on each hash. The purpose of putting 2 punt returners back there, you lose a little bit of protection up front, but you feel like you should be able to catch the ball when it's punted, and we let that ball hit and lost about 12 yards of field position after it hit the ground.
2nd and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets, their own 11-yard line. Horn from the shotgun has Paul lined up to his left. We'll send Haynes into motion. Here is a snap. It will be a handoff to Paul. Paul at the 15 will be brought down about the 20-yard line. Looks like going to mark him at the 19. So now 3rd and manageable for the Yellow Jackets.
It is. Brenton Paul was really close to breaking a big run, but give Deron McZill some credit for East Ascension. He made a shoestring tackle as Brenton Paul was just picking up speed. Still a good 8-yard play, but that was almost a 20, 30-yard run or maybe more. But a good tackle there, like I said, by McZill.
All right, so it makes it 3rd and 2 for the Yellow Jackets. They will have it at their own 19-yard line. It will be Horn from the shotgun. Same formation, has Paul to his left. As he awaits the snap, here is the snap. Tosses in the backfield to Brenton Paul. He looks for some space and is unable to find any. It'll be brought down for a loss.
Yeah, the Jackets really needed to get a first down right there. East Ascension with 2 timeouts, and now there's 2 minutes, 15 seconds. They burnt one right now, so they're going to stop the clock at 2:12 and go try and get more points on the board before the half.
All right, so we've got a timeout on the field. Spartans use their 2nd of the half, and we'll be back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Denham Springs, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court Jason Harris, El King Company, Danny Pauline with 5 Star Printing, Horace Wilkinson State Farm Insurance, Sport Clips, and Karam Inn. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Going to be 4th down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets. It is, not 4th and 9. It's going to be 4th and 6 for the Yellow Jackets. It is going to be from their own 17-yard line. It'll be Trenton Harrison to punt it away for the Yellow Jackets, and it will be McZill to return for the Spartans. He stands right about midfield to receive this one. Here is the snap. Here is the Harrison punt. It is going to hit at the 45-yard line. It's going to take a decent roll for the Spartans. That'll be at the Yellow Jacket 41-yard line, where they will start this drive with 2:06 left here in the half. Coming up for the Sunshine Cleaners halftime report, Coach Cab will be joining us here in the booth, so always good to hear from Coach Cab. So we mentioned his nephew, Josh Smith, playing professional baseball for the Rangers. Is that right? The Rangers, yeah.
Correct, yes he is. Former LSU shortstop at LSU. He's playing left field, I believe, for the Rangers now. And he's played some third base and left field. They put him where they want to because the kid can hit. They want to keep him in the lineup.
All right, going to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans to start this drive at the Yellow Jacket 41-yard line. Gotro with the empty backfield will drop back, looks to throw. Ball is thrown up in the air as pressure was coming, and it is going to be incomplete.
You know, looking at the exchange of the last 2 punts, talking about the field position, I think East Ascension had about a 45-yard punt, pinned us back at our own 11. We got a few yards, but just then when we punted, only about 30 yards of field position, maybe a little bit less than that. So East Ascension, with only 1 timeout from the 41, doesn't have to go too far to get into field goal range.
2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Pistol formation for Gotro. He will check the sideline now, has Wilson in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side.
The second pass attempt for them tonight didn't look too promising.
No,
I look for them to get back on the run game right here.
Coach O will send a man in motion, gets the snap. We'll hand it off to Wilson, who goes right up the middle, gets across the Yellow Jacket 40, brought down about the 38-yard line.
Yep, there was trying to get back in the run game, but Devin Mack wasn't fooled by it, so did a good job of holding his ground from that right defensive end position and was able to make a tackle after a very short gain, only about 2 yards. So 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 for the East Ascension Spartans. This is not really where they want to be. As we mentioned, they're not strong in the passing game. They want to keep the ball on the ground. And so Jackets have them in an advantageous spot for the defense at this spot.
Under a minute and a half left here in this first half. It is 3rd and 7 for the Spartans. 38-yard line of Denham Springs. Here is Gotro. Looks to throw. He does. There's going to be McZeal, who is going to be brought down at the 41. Excuse me, at the 39-yard line for a 1-yard loss. Brings up 4th down for the Spartans.
And 2 names I've called out before tonight, Devin Mack and James Gaspard. They're going to make a stop.
Got a timeout by the Yellow Jackets. They will use their first of the half with 1:09 left here in the first half. It is East Ascension 10, Denham Springs 3. We're back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
All right, it's going to be 4th down and 8 for the Spartans. Yellow Jacket 39-yard line. So see what the Yellow Jackets can do here. They use their first time out of the half. They will force East Ascension to punt, so that sends out Preston Baker to punt it away, and the Yellow Jackets are not sending anyone back as of now. They're hoping this one will bounce into the end zone.
Kind of interesting. I guess Coach Beard thought they may go for it, but he was feeling confident we can make a stop. But now EA's brought out the punt unit, and we don't have anybody back.
All right, Baker will get the snap. It is a low snap, and we've got a false start against the Spartans. Yeah, we were all in the booth holding our breath.
I was like, please don't be against the Jackets, because they move it up 5 yards. EA definitely would have gone for it at that point, but now we have a definite punt situation here, backing them up 5 yards. We're still look like we're in punt safe.
Yes.
We're in punt safe. Our defense has kind of stayed on the field. We're going to make sure there's no fake. Kerner's back there, hopefully to fair catch it and not let it get too deep.
That makes it 4th down and 13 for the Spartans. Denham Springs 44-yard line. Here is Baker. We'll get the punt away. Kerner is calling for a fair catch at the 12-yard line. Well, he will have it 1st and 10. It'll be Yellow Jackets. Just under a minute left here in this first half. 1st and 10, Denham Springs after this timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Bank Plus, together with Zelle, makes it easy to send money straight from your smartphone to friends, family, the yard guy, babysitters, or millions of others with access to Zelle. So yeah, pretty much anyone. And of course, they can all send you money too. Settle that dinner tab with Zelle. It's free, fast, and secure. And right in the Bank Plus mobile app. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC. Zelle is available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply.
Going to be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They will start this drive at their own 12-yard line. It'll be an empty backfield for Jerry Horn. Here he is on 1st down. He gets the snap. He is going to fire it. It is going to be to Gaspard on the far sideline, and he will go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him down. Looks like going to be about a yard on the carry. Excuse me, on the reception.
Just interesting philosophy here. You know, down 10-3, the Jackets are going to get the ball to start the second half. Pin back at your own 12. You're thinking maybe not push the ball and put yourself in danger right here. But Coach Beard's keeping his foot on the gas and said, let's go try and get some points. We've got some timeouts to use if we can get a few first downs here.
2nd down and 9 now for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be an empty backfield for Horn as he will work with a 5-receiver set. Horn gets the snap, drops back, looks to throw, will step up in the pocket, will throw it on the run. It is going to be caught by the Yellow Jackets at the 45-yard line. That is Sean Goldman on the reception and make it a 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. Another Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill Jackets 1st down. You can cater your next party at Big Mike's. Check out Big Mike's catering menu.
Big pass right there by Jerry Horn. He found Sean Goldman up the right sideline, and now the Jackets are moving.
From the 47-yard line, 1st and 10, empty backfield. Horn drops back, and we've got a flag on the play.
Defense offside, so we get another 5 yards out of it.
Yeah, and it's a little breather here for the Yellow Jackets. They're trying to go quick here, but with the penalty, it'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Spartans. Make it 1st and 5.
And as I mentioned, the Jackets haven't been burning any timeouts, so we can start using them here at any point after this. So the Jackets did a good job of getting up to the ball after the first down and was ready to go. It was the East Ascension team that was offsides.
From the EA 48-yard line now after the penalty, here is Horn. He will drop back, looks to throw. He does. It is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Gaspard. Stops the clock with 32 seconds.
Yep, trying to chop off a little bit right there. Gaspard was open near the first down sticks. The ball just kind of bounced off his hands there. So Jackets, like I said, with the timeouts, if we can hit a few more passes right here, get into field goal range or maybe something even better.
Going to be empty backfield again for Jerry Horn from the East Ascension 48-yard line. Here's the snap. He drops back. Pressure is coming. Rolls out of the pocket. He is going to have to throw this one away as he had no place to go.
Yeah, good decision by Jerry Horn. For the most part, we've had some pretty good protection tonight. That time, one of the East Ascension defensive linemen beat the interior of the offensive line for the Jackets and was in the backfield pretty quickly. A good decision by Horn to get rid of the ball, get it out of bounds. Nobody in danger over there, just throwing it away. Live to play another down. We talked about that previously this year. Let's try and eliminate the big mistakes, and that was a good decision by Jerry Horn.
Stops the clock with 23 seconds left here in the half. Yellow Jackets trailing East Ascension 10-3. Here is the snap. Horn is going to throw it. It is going to be waiting for the signal. Looks like a catch on the far sideline. That is Tylen Haynes, and it is a Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill Jackets first down. Come book your personal private party in one of Big Mike's spacious banquet rooms. That is Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill.
Timeout by the Jackets.
All right, Yellow Jackets will take a timeout. 17 seconds left here in the half, and we'll be back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Like it was never there, Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Doc Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
All right, 17 seconds left here in this first half. It is East Ascension 10, Denham Springs 3. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington, Darren Ferrente, Jake Williamson, John Fine, Lamine Figueroa back at the studio. Great to have the whole crew here. And Mitch, Yellow Jackets, 17 seconds left here. Both teams with one timeout left.
Yep, but the Jackets have been able to move from our own, where we start this drive, our own 11-yard line, I believe.
11 or 12,
and so the first big pass play with Horn to Sean Goldman down the sideline was able to get us close to midfield. Another first down, a good catch by Tylen Haynes on third down to keep the chains alive, keep us moving.
From the East Ascension 42-yard line, it is going to be Horn from the shotgun. He drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws it downfield. He's got Gaspard wide open. He's at the 15, the 10, makes a move at the 5. He's in for the touchdown. John Gaspard puts 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
What a great job by Gaspard and Jerry Horn to hook up. We mentioned earlier he kind of hung out by the sidelines when Jerry Horn scrambled. That time Jerry Horn broke contain. Gaspard turned up the sideline and went up the field. Horn found him wide open, and he made a good cut at about the 6-yard line to get back to the middle of the field and find the end zone.
Yellow Jackets get on the board, their first touchdown of the night, and it will be 6 points for Denham Springs, waiting this Jonathan Bravo extra point with 7 seconds left here in the half. Here's the snap, hold is down, kick is up, and we are all tied up here at Yellow Jacket Stadium. 7 seconds left in the half, and Yellow Jackets have now tied it with 10 unanswered points.
I tell you what, you got to give Coach Beard a ton of credit. He has made a couple of, unconventional moves, perhaps you would say. The safe thing would have been to do, we're backed up at our own 11. Let's not do anything crazy here. Run the ball a couple times, get to halftime. We're only down 10-3. But he kept his foot on the gas, and not only did he do it when we started the drive, he called timeout on East Ascension's 4th down, and then we saved enough time to get the ball down the field, get points on the board. Week 1 against Hammond, Coach Beard went for it on 4th down from our own 20 with less than a minute left in the game, got the first down, and was able to take a knee and win the ball game. He's made a couple of really good decisions to help his ball club out this year.
All right, we got a lot to do here. It'll be the Brandon Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive coming up. It'll be the Sunshine Cleaners halftime report with John Fine's recap of the first half, and Coach Cab will be joining him as his guest. And then our Louisiana Tree Pro Player of the game, we still got to be thinking about that throughout this one. So, Mitch, go ahead and give us that scoring drive if you could.
That was an 88-yard scoring drive by Yellow Jackets, and we did it in only 47 seconds. And so we finished it off with a 42-yard touchdown. Jerry Horn to John Gaspard, and with 7 seconds left in the first half, we're all tied at 10.
And Bravo will step up, and he will kick it off from the 40-yard line. The end-over-end kick to the 20-yard line. It is going to be fielded by the Spartans, and they will get it to just shy of the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 29. It'll be 1st and 10 with 3 seconds left here. So that, again, was your Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive for Auto, Home, and Health and Life. It is Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance. Your team members include Amanda Cook, Pauline and Cardis, Nikki Giachetti, Jana Goins, Justin Summerall, and Christina Watson. Visit betterwithbrandy.net.
And as EA is going to take a knee right here, I want to go back and mention, too, earlier this year, Jerry Horn had kind of, as he scrambled, would tuck the ball and try and get upfield and run quickly and not leave his eyes upfield. Well, that time, he didn't try to run for a few yards. He kept his eyes upfield as he avoided the rush and then found Gaspard down the sideline for the big touchdown.
All right, that will do it for first half action here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. That sends us to the Sunshine Cleaners halftime report brought to you by Sunshine Cleaners. Sunshine Cleaners looks forward to being your go-to cleaners for all of your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Sunshine Cleaners, family owned and operated, Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak with locations in Baton Rouge. It is Denham Springs 10, East Ascension 10. We are back with the Sunshine Cleaners halftime report after this on Yellow Jackets football.
You already know that State Farm agent Brandy Robertson offers great service. But what you probably didn't know is that State Farm also has surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. In fact, customers call them jaw-dropping. And the surprise isn't reserved for just some. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Denham Springs. Visit betterwithbrandy.net for your surprisingly great rates today. Just be sitting down when you do. Brandy Robertson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy is excited to announce the opening of our newest clinic location in Watson. We are located at 32871 Highway 16 at the corner of Amy Church Road and Highway 16. And don't forget about our Denham Springs Clinic located at 145 Aston Square next to Spectrum Fitness Club. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jack Division are brought to you in part by Forest Grove Plantation, Liberty Auto Sales, Shea Landry Closing Attorney Milestone Title, Triton Outpatient Clinic, Modad 1 Individual Sewage Treatment System, and Duke Seafood and Steakhouse. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program, to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
Von Roten Eye Clinic is your full-service eye care specialist. Dr. Hunter Bond and Dr. Chris Roten and their staff expertly handle all of your eye care needs. A former Jackets football player, Dr. Hunter Bond is proud to serve the Denham Springs community that gave so much to him. You can visit Von Roten Eye Clinic at 222 Veterans Boulevard in Denham Springs or call 791-2020. That's Von Roten Eye Clinic in Denham Springs with locations in Hammond and Amy.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sportin' Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sportin' Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Sunshine Cleaners halftime report. It is Denham Springs 10, East Ascension 10. We are all tied up here in the halftime, and it is going to be John Fine at 2. This is going to be John Fine recapping the first half. John, go ahead and take that for us.
All right, thanks, Josh. EA really controlling the game for the first quarter and early into the second quarter. Williams with a 9-yard run capping off a 73-yard drive for East Ascension, opening drive of the game. 5:50 left in the first quarter. EA goes up 7-0. Jackets then go 1-2-3 and out and have their punt blocked. EA takes over at the Denham Springs 22. Defense does a good job holding EA, but a 36-yard field goal from Baker with 2:05 left to be played in the first quarter gives the Spartans a 10-0 advantage, which is the score at the end of the first quarter. Maybe the turning point in the game so far. EA looks like they're driving again as they start out the second quarter into Denham Springs territory. 4th and 1 from the EA 44. Wilson, their big back, carries it, and it's Miller and Allen who meet him in the hole and bring him down for no gain. Jackets take over at the EA 44-yard line. Then the Jackets convert. Bravo, Jonathan, a 35-yard field goal with 5:46 left to be played in the first half. It is 10-3 East Ascension. And what a critical decision by Coach Beard. Unorthodox, as Mitch was saying, but it works out. Jackets have the ball close to their goal line as they start out on their 12-yard line with roughly, if I can decipher my ancient hieroglyphics, 54 seconds left to be played in the first half. And the Jackets march the ball downfield. Horn with a 33-yard pass to Sean Goldman. And then on third down, Horn and Haynes hook up. And finally, Horn to Gaspard from 42 yards out. Horn stepping up, giving himself some time. Gaspard with a terrific catch and run and weave into the end zone. Jackets go 88 yards in 47 seconds and tie the ball game up at 10-10. And that's our halftime score, Josh.
All right, John, thanks for that. Always exciting when we have Coach Cab come up here. You know, me being a hardwood guy, I love when we have the basketball coach, and he'll be coming up next after this timeout. It is 10-10, tie ball game here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. We'll be back with more after this on the Sunshine Cleaners Halftime Report.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jackets Vision, are brought to you in part by You Safe and Locked, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, District Court Judge Brian Abels, Coconut Willie Zachary's, Sport Clips, and Safe Voyage Tattoo. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Quick and Handy Cleaners is now Sunshine Cleaners. The name has changed, but not the same great service you've received throughout the years. Hats off to Scooter and Kay Keene for everything they've done to help the Livingston Parish community. The Moore family at Sunshine Cleaners has been in business since 1995 and looks forward to offering the same great service with the same great staff you've come to rely on. Family owned and operated, that's Sunshine Cleaners. Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, and locations in Baton Rouge.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Do you have a go-to doctor when you're sick? Now more than ever, having a primary care provider you know and trust is essential. It's time to put your health first and schedule a visit with a North Oaks primary care provider today. From annual checkups to health screenings and everything in between, our team of providers are ready to provide the care you need to stay healthy. Call 985-230-APPT today to schedule an appointment or schedule online at northoaks.org/PCP.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and On-Gel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and On-Gel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and On-Gel. One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and On-Gel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small-town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and On-Gel.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jackets Vision are brought to you in part by Shay Landry, closing attorney, Milestone Title, Brandon Rishu with Smart Move Real Estate, KOA Campground, Brian Ross, owner, OK Computer and Auto Sales, and Dr. Chip Bangston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Bo Derek and Maurice Cheeks. 10-10 is our score. Halftime, Denham Springs and East Ascension. I'm John Fine, producer of Denham Springs football broadcast. With us, Coach Kevin Caballero, head coach of Denham Springs basketball. It is our Sunshine Cleaners halftime report. And, Coach, did you get that opening illusion of Maurice Cheeks? Number 10 for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Gotcha.
Great point guard. And Bo Derek starred in the movie 10. You're a young guy. How do you even know about this stuff?
No, I was there.
All right. Now, we have a football game and a great one to talk about. And you're the head basketball coach at Denham Springs, so we're going to start out by talking about baseball. And Josh Smith, you're so proud of your nephew, and he makes like a football player. He's playing third base. He goes back, catches it, and maybe the highlight play of the year for the Texas Rangers and in baseball also.
Oh, he's had a great year. It's been fun to watch him. Maybe he's got to play a little bit more than he did last year, and so we keep up with him on TV, the family, and we're just excited for him and extremely proud of him.
Well, I mean, last year, team-wise, the Rangers win it all in spectacular and in the most unlikely set of circumstances of fashion. And Josh doesn't have his best year, but he's come back really strong for the Rangers in a number of different capacities.
Yes, and I'm sure they'd rather be headed into the playoffs, but I know, as a big leaguer, you want to play, and he had a good opportunity, and he took advantage of it, and he hit the ball much better this year, and we'll see where he goes from here.
Let's talk about Denham Springs basketball, because you had a terrific 2023-24 season.
Yeah, we finished a game short of getting the Lake Charles, and you set goals at the beginning of every year, and we didn't expect last year maybe to get as far as we did, but we had some good play from the kids. They played hard. We won some close games, and then we came up a little short at home. We had a great crowd, great support from the community, and we'll take it again if we can get in that opportunity this year, but every year is different.
Well, that's the next question. There's some that would say, okay, we made a nice start last year. Let's build upon that. Others might say the Nick Saban approach where, hey, last year doesn't matter. We're starting new. We're 0-0 right now. Which approach does Coach Cab take?
Well, we are 0-0, and we lost two really good seniors last year. Mason Varese, who was out here, an all-state football kid, and started for us for 3 years handling the ball. And, it's like replacing a quarterback on a football team. And then we lost an extremely explosive guard in Brock Smith. So we've got a couple of holes to fill there. But, for the majority, if we can keep everybody healthy, which we haven't done a very good job of here late in the season. 2 years ago against West Monroe, we had knees and concussions. This year we had pneumonia and so forth. So, it's just you got to get a break every now and then, and hopefully this year we'll get one down the road.
Well, certainly, let's hope so. Coach, you have a starting five. How about replacing Varese and Smith? Have you determined how you're going to do that?
We've got some guys that played last year. We were playing about 7 or 8 guys, and then we lost a couple due to injury, and then we made some decisions that maybe weren't the best. But we've got some, we've got the two twins out here, the two Goldmans will be in the mix, and the two O'Connors. And then we've got Larry Gayran and Chris Pouchot. They've kind of waited their turn here. They're JV varsity guys. We're expecting a lot from them. And then we returned Jeremy Williams, who started, right at 35 games for us as a freshman last year.
Talk about the two Goldmans, the twins on the football field. You got to be very proud of them. But then again, also, you're sort of crossing your fingers, making sure they don't get hurt out here.
Well, it's when you start worrying about that, that's usually when it happens. Now, we want them to have a lot of success. The program out here is excellent. I was telling you earlier, I watch you guys on YouTube. This field looks tremendous out here. The facilities are top notch, and we want them back, but we'll wait for them. I mean, we don't need them back real early. Like I said, we'll have some guys out there to hold the fort down until they get there.
Talk about the relationship you have with Coach Beard and how it works, where two of your integral players are two very important players for him and the Goldman twins.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, ever since Brett got here, the lines of communication are excellent. And we both know those kids have 4 years. That's it. You know, at the end of those 4 years, some will be fortunate enough, like Mason was, and get to play a little bit more, and some not so much. So we give them every opportunity.
Hey, you had to really love it. Under a minute to be playing, you're back against your own end zone, starting out at your 12-yard line, and you say, hey, do we put the ball in the freeze? Do we go a little bit of four corners here? Or do we go with our full court press? As I'm mixing my metaphors and not making any sense, Coach Beard went all aggressive, used his timeouts beautifully in an anti-Les Miles type of clock management. Wow, what a drive.
A great way to end the half with the momentum, and hopefully we'll come out in the second half and do it some more.
Coach Cab, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate y'all.
Kevin Caballero, the Coach Cab, Denham Springs boys basketball, tied at 10, Denham and EA. Josh Ward and Mitch Covington bring you the second half with our Sunshine Cleaners. Halftime report returns after this pause on Yellow Jackets football.
Hey, it's Max Sellers from Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. We're again excited to be a sponsor of the Denham Springs Fighting Yellow Jackets football team this year. We appreciate all the support from your community in our first few years in business, and we are excited about things to come. Whether it's a new or used car, truck, or SUV, award-winning service from our dedicated service and parts staff, or even an outstanding collision repair for your vehicle, Ralph Sellers Chevrolet wants to earn your business. From our Ralph Sellers Chevrolet dealership family to your school family, go Jackets!
Since 1898, the Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as a news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston. The number one choice in cleanup and restoration is Serve Pro of Livingston. Whether it's water damage, fire damage, mold, storm, or construction issues, let the highly trained professionals at Serve Pro of Livingston clean and restore your property and make it like it never happened. Serve Pro of Livingston is prepared for just about anything and is open 24/7, so Serve Pro is faster to any disaster. Serve Pro of Livingston, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Soon to be at the old Albertsons. Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at VS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Densfree, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, Cypress Pharmacy, Burning Lotus Tattoo of Denham Springs, the Law Office of Ivy L. Graham, and Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
Welcome back in, Yellow Jackets football. Just the kickoff there from Baker for East Ascension. The return was by Kerner, and he gets to about the 30-yard line. But that will close out the Sunshine Cleaners halftime report, brought to you by Sunshine Cleaners. At Sunshine Cleaners, they look forward to being your go-to cleaners for all of your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Sunshine Cleaners, family-owned and operated at Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, with locations in Baton Rouge. All right, going to be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets to start this drive. They will start it from their own 30-yard line. It will be Jerry Horn. From the shotgun, sends Brenton Paul into motion. Here is the snap. Hits Paul in the flats, gets to the 30s, tries to make a move, and will stretch himself out to the 35-yard line. 5-yard pickup by the Yellow Jackets.
You know, that was a play earlier. We were running with Sean Goldman in the backfield, but I mentioned how the running back goes in fly motion, and East Ascension was running someone from the box out to go cover him, so we ran the ball. Well, this time they didn't run anybody out with him, so Jerry Horn turned and threw it out to Britton Paul, who had a few blockers in front of him. A good 5-yard gain on 1st down. And I won't take this, I'll get it after the next play. I got something I want to say for Jerry Horn,
yes,
but I'll say on the next play.
All right, going to be 2nd down and 5. Yellow Jackets, they will now have it at their own 35-yard line. It will be Horn from a pistol formation. Has John Goldman in the backfield with him. We'll send him into motion now. Here is the snap. We'll get it to Goldman in the flat. Goldman going to keep him 35-40. Cross midfield into East Ascension territory. It will be a 1st down for the Yellow Jackets, but we've got is there a flag on the play?
Oh, wow. I did not see holding on that one. A referee threw a flag for holding on Tylen Haynes, and I really didn't see that at all. But it looks like they're going to signal hold on Jack. Now, we're not going to lose 10 yards from the spot of the play. The holding happened way downfield. We're only going to, lose we end up with about 2nd and short. But Jerry Horn in that first half, he is now over 2,000 yards passing for his career, and he is just the 7th Yellow Jacket quarterback to do that since 1975. Wow, and so we know that since 1975. I'm not sure how many quarterbacks before 1975 threw for more than 2,000 yards. They might have run for more than 2,000, but right. Probably not passed. But congratulations to Jerry Horn on a very big accomplishment.
All right, so after the penalty, it is going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. They will have it at their own 37-yard line. It'll be an empty backfield for Jerry Horn. 3 receivers out to the far sideline, 2 to the near. Here is a snap. Horn going to keep it himself. Escapes 1 tackle, gets to the 40, the 45, stays on his feet, takes a hit, but it's going to be a flag on the play. It'll be a flag against the Spartans and a 1st down run by Jerry Horn. Make that a Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill Jackets 1st down. Big Mike's has live music on the weekends. Go see him at Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill.
Looks like they're going to add in a 15-yard at the end of the play. Horn got hit as he was going down by East Ascension defender and calling targeting, in fact. And now interesting with the rules, college rules of targeting, guys are ejected. The high school rules are different than college rules. There's no video replay to go back and see if the guy went helmet to helmet or not. The flag's going to count no matter what, but I don't believe the guy is ejected in high school for a targeting call. But regardless, the Yellow Jackets are moving. A good run by Jerry Horn. We've been empty a lot, and that time he let the defense stay spread out covering the pass receivers, and he found a gap in the pass rush and shot right back through it, picked up good yards, and add 15 on top of it.
38-yard line of the Spartans for the Yellow Jackets now. It'll be 1st and 10. Here is Horn going to keep it himself again, gets to the 35, spins around to the 34-yard line. 1st down run by Jerry Horn is a good one.
The play a second ago looked like maybe a pass that he turned into a run. That one for sure was a design quarterback run, and another good positive yards on 1st down, picking up about 4 yards, maybe 3 yards right there. But Jackets have them spread out in the empty formation. Horn is the only Yellow Jacket guy in the backfield.
Yellow Jackets opening drive of the 2nd half. It is going to be 2nd and 8. Here is Horn from the shotgun. Drops back. He is going to throw it downfield. He is looking for LaBeouf. It is going to be incomplete about the 10-yard line. Horn had his, Mitch had his cough button on there.
Horn had his choice of receivers there. Went to LaBeouf on the outside. It looked like a couple of verticals. I actually thought Haynes had his guy beat from the slot position on the inside. And maybe if he'd have found Haynes right there, a little bit better chance to make that completion because Haynes was a step or so past his man.
All right, so that brings up 3rd down now for the Yellow Jackets. It will be 3rd, and we'll call it 3rd and 7. From the East Ascension 35-yard line, just under 9:45 left here in this Third quarter, and we are tied up at 10 apiece. The Yellow Jackets and the Spartans District 5 5A contest. Here is Horn. Rolls, throws it. It is going to be Haynes on the far sideline, pushed out of bounds at the East Ascension 32-yard line.
I thought we might have had forward progress for a couple of more yards. I was hoping for maybe a 4th and 2. Looks like it'll be about a 4th and 4, 4th and 5. So Jackets are going to go for it here, 4th and 5 from the East Ascension 33-yard line. And Horn has been finding receivers right there. We've been moving it. Interesting, the first half was almost predominantly on the ground. We got that big 2-minute drive at the end through the air, and we started the second half staying mostly in the air and are moving the ball down the field.
And again, let me check that. That was Sean Goldman on the reception on the far sideline. Going to be 4th and 5 now for the Yellow Jackets. East Ascension 33. Pressure coming. Horn going to be hit as he throws. It is going to be incomplete and a turnover on downs. 8:57 left in the third quarter. We're tied at 10 apiece. We're back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is right here in Denham Springs to help you select the right protection at the right price. Brandy will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages, so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Brandy Robertson, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want a good deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Going to be 1st and 10 for the East Ascension Spartans. That'll be from their own 33-yard line after the turnover on downs by the Yellow Jackets. Here is Gotro out of the shotgun. Will fake the handoff, keep it himself. Has pressure coming. Going to be wrapped up for a loss on the play back at his own 32.
Great job by Caden Allen, your inside linebacker, to read the fake and get out wide as we had Ravius Williams in there making the quarterback try and extend the run, and he was run down by Caden Allen. Man, that 4th down play was tough because we had an open receiver, John Gaspard, sprinting through the middle of the field, but East Ascension brought a blitz, and Horn had to get rid of it before he really had a chance to get a good throw in there to Gaspard.
Loss of 1 on the play makes it 2nd down and 11 for the Spartans from their own 32. Here is Gotro. Will hand it off in the backfield to Wilson. Wilson finds a little bit of space, gets across the 40, be brought down at his own 42.
East Ascension trying to get that running game going again. They opened the game with a long touchdown drive all on the ground, running the football. The Yellow Jacket defense has stepped up and been strong since that first drive of the game, but they're coming out of halftime trying to get back moving on the ground.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Spartans from their own 42. Gotro will check the sideline with a 4-receiver set, 2 to either side. Gotro will now look in. Gets the snap. He will fake the handoff, keeps it himself, goes right up the middle, gets across midfield. He's got some space, gets in the Yellow Jacket territory as he will be brought down at the Yellow Jacket 36-yard line. 1st down for the Spartans. So I think that's 2 that I could think of where he just fakes that handoff and right up the middle he finds some space.
He definitely does. Earlier in the game, Lucas Gillen was able to tackle Gotro before he got too much of a gain. This time, Gotro made Gillen miss, and good job by Jacory Gross of running him down from behind because Gotro was sprinting through the middle of the field.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will have it. Denham Springs 36-yard line. Gotro from a pistol formation has Williams in the backfield with him, 4-receiver set yet again. And Gotro will slow it down a little bit here with 7:05 left in the third quarter. We'll send a man in motion now. Gets the snap. Will hand it off to Williams. Williams off the left side will get across the 35 to the 30, be pushed out of bounds around the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line. Depending on the mark, may be just enough for a 1st down. Oh, got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be holding against the Spartans. Good call, Mitch.
Yeah, they were looking like Ravius Williams was held on the outside. He was probably responsible for keeping the running back inside from getting to the sideline. He was able to get to the sideline because someone in the white jersey had a little bit of hands all over Ravius Williams. So they're going to back that one up. Looks like it's going to be about a 8-yard penalty because unlike earlier when the Jackets were holding, we were way downfield. This time was closer to the line of scrimmage, so looking like about 1st and 18 or so for the East Ascension Spartans.
All right, so it will be a penalty against the Spartans. It will be 1st and 16 now after the penalty is assessed. It'll be back at the Yellow Jacket 43-yard line. Here is Gotro. We'll hand it off to Williams coming to the near sideline. Is going to be hit at the 40-yard line. It'll be second down for East Ascension, second and long. So for Denham Springs, this is where you want the Spartans, behind the sticks.
Yes, if we can put them into passing situations, because if we think about it, 0 for 2, is that where they are in the passing game?
I believe so, yeah.
0 for 2. They've only attempted 2 passes and really haven't looked good trying to pass it. So you get them in long yardage situations, big advantage for the Jacket defense, and right now it's 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16 or so. That's a good spot where we want to be.
On second down, it will be Gotro from the shotgun. Yellow Jacket 41-yard line. Gotro waits for the snap. He will get it. He will roll to his left. Pressure is coming, and he is going to have to keep it himself. He gets to the 30-yard line and tiptoes out of bounds at the Denham Springs 30. It'll be third down now for the Spartans.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt. It was a designed pass, but Gotro was able to roll around to his left side and break the contain of the Jacket defense and run for a really big pickup to make it 3rd and short.
Landon Foster was in pursuit. Yeah. We said again? Oh, Given Chase. Yes.
Yep, Given Chase. Landon Foster is a senior defensive
end
in there.
Given Chase on my Going to be 3rd and short for the Spartans now. Looks like they will go direct snap. It is going to be to Davis. Davis will go forward. He will be stopped short of the first down. Looks like they're going to put him down at the Yellow Jacket. What is that, the 27? So it looks like it's going to be 4th and short. And that brings us to the Water Tree of Denham Springs hydration break. Hey, Mitch, you enjoying this lovely 40-degree weather?
40 degrees? What you talking about?
I'm talking about 40 degrees Celsius, Mitch.
Oh, Celsius. But we do need to stay hydrated.
We should, and we will get hydrated at the Water Tree. That is Railroad Avenue in Denham Springs, making that 40-degree temperature a little more tolerable. We are back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
No pain, no gain might apply to football, but not your teeth. If you have toothache pain, gain relief with Dr. Michael Sharola. Emergencies are seen the same day. Dr. Sharola and his staff treat all phases of dentistry, including Zoom whitening procedures. Michael Sharola was an all-state Denham football and baseball player, and you'll feel all world by visiting him. Call 665-3100 or visit Dr. Sharola in Watson next to the post office.
Welcome back in. It is Yellow Jacket Football, Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. Going to be 4th and short here for the Spartans. They will have it at the Yellow Jacket 27-yard line, and they look like they will go for it. It's going to be a direct snap to Davis again, and he is going to be stopped for the loss on the play as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. If that is going to be a turnover on downs, another stop by this Yellow Jacket defense. They will send the offense out onto the field. 5:50 left in the third quarter. We're tied at 10 apiece, and we are back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Danny Pauline of 5 Star Printing, Horace Wilkinson State Farm Insurance, Rustic Home Outlet and Mattress Express Outlet, Sport Clips, BJ Pawn and Gun, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court, Jason Harris, and L. King Company. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Going to be 1st and 10. Yellow Jackets, their own 27-yard line after the turnover on downs. Big defensive stop here is Horn looking to throw. Gets it to Haynes. Haynes at the 30-yard line at the 35. Still on his feet. Going to be tackled at the Yellow Jacket 36. Maybe enough for a first down. We'll see. And they are going to give it to him. And that makes it a Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill Jackets first down. Get in the know by visiting Big Mike's website and check out Big Mike's on Facebook. That's Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill.
You know who didn't get a Big Mike's first down? Is the East Ascension offense. So twice tonight the Jackets have stopped him on 3rd and short and then followed up 4th and short. Ja'Cory Groves coming hard off the edge and make a hit in the backfield.
From the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets now. Here's the handoff to Brenton Paul, who will go up the middle, gets across the 40, up to his own 41-yard line.
You know, that 3rd down play, both of those runs were designed to go inside for East Ascension. They had a lot of backs in the backfield. They wanted to run between the tackles. Ravius Williams came around the right edge on 3rd down, and then on the left edge, Ja'Cory Groves came around the side and hit the runner in the backfield. So another big stand by the Jacket defense and a good first down play, the screen to Tylen Haynes, and now we're playing 2nd and 6 here after another good positive play.
From their own 41-yard line, it will be Horn out of the shotgun. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off in the backfield to Goldman, who will go forward and get back to the line of scrimmage. Makes it third down for the Yellow Jackets. Under 4 minutes left. 4:43 left here in the third quarter. We are tied up at 10 apiece from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. Lamine Figueroa back at the studio. Jake Williamson, Darren Ferrente, and John Fine. Great to have you along with us. If you're watching at DS Jacket Vision, please hit that subscribe button, give it a like, give it a share, and great to have you along with us. Going to be third down now for the Yellow Jackets from their own 41-yard line. Horn, empty backfield, gets a snap, drops back, pressure coming, hit as he throws. It is going to be tapped and incomplete. Almost tipped into the hands of Peyton Puffer, but it's fourth down for the Yellow Jackets.
That was another play. If Horn just had another half second of protection on that one, Peyton Puffer was coming across the middle of the field on a post, and Horn had to just get rid of it and kind of hung up in the air a little bit longer, and the defender was able to get his hands on it to tip it away. But the East Ascension rush is just barely getting to Horn and stopping some big plays.
It'll be McZill back to receive for the Spartans. It'll be a Trenton Harrison punt on 4th and 6. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. Nice punt by Harrison. It is going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. McZill breaks a tackle, gets to the 25, and it'll be spun around at the 30-yard line. It'll be spun around at the 32. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. We are tied up at 10 apiece. We are back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program, to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
1st and 10 for the Spartans, their own 33-yard line. Here's a handoff in the backfield. That is going to be to Williams, and Williams gets across the 35. He will be stood up, and we will see where they give his forward progression. But it is going to be second down for the Spartans. We've got 3:43 left here in this third quarter, and we are tied at 10 apiece. All right, Mitch, try to catch our breath here for a second.
Yeah, East Ascension trying to get back the running game, move it forward, and Rancher Miller with a good tackle from the safety spot. But if you think about it, Rancher Miller tackling from the safety spot, that means they picked up a few yards. That's about a 6-yard gain from EA.
Yep, going to be second down and we'll call it 2nd and 5 from their own 39-yard line. Gotro from the shotgun will hand it off. That is going to be to Dumas. First time we've called his name tonight. The wide receiver coming and getting the ball from Gotro, and it is going to be a loss on the play.
Good tackle in the backfield. We're going to give credit right here to Trenton Harrison. We've been talking about him punting, but he's also your nose guard. You don't get that a lot, but your nose guard, and he was able to work to the outside as East Ascension was trying to get to the edge. Ravius Williams was there to slow him down, and Trenton Harrison getting in the backfield making a tackle for a loss.
Yellow Jackets can get a stop here. You kind of start looking at that field position. You're starting to flip it a little bit with that previous punt by Trenton Harrison. So see if the Yellow Jackets can have a defensive stand here. Here's Gotro, empty backfield on 3rd down. He gets the snap. He drops back. He has pressure coming. Escapes one tackle. Now is on the run. Will throw it downfield. It is going to be incomplete as Yellow Jackets were swarming Caden Gotro.
We were really close to getting a hit from behind. I thought we was about to hit him from behind before he released it and was going to knock the ball loose, but Gotro barely got rid of it right there. Good job by Caden Allen of running him down and making sure he didn't get to that corner. Remember a while ago, he got to the left corner, was able to get about 15 yards as he scrambled. Caden Allen shut him down right there, made him pull up and try a pass as it fell incomplete.
Going to be 4th down for the Spartans. It'll be 4th and 6 from their own 38-yard line. That will send Baker out to punt it away for the Spartans. It'll be Kerner and Lewis back to receive for the Yellow Jackets. They stand back about their own 22-yard line. Here is a snap. Baker's punt is away. High sky punt. It will be taking a hit at the 30-yard line. Rolls all the way back inside the 15-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from their own 14 after this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Going to be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They will start this drive at their own 14-yard line. Another punt by Baker hits the turf, takes the East Ascension bounce, and it is going to be a long field here for the Yellow Jackets. We're trying to talk about field position. This isn't going to help. Here is Horn on 1st down. Will look to throw. He does. It is going to be LaBeouf, middle of the field at the 25, and will be brought down shy of the 30-yard line, but that is a 1st down for the Yellow Jackets, making a Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. Jackets 1st down. At Big Mike's, they deliver through Grubhub or DoorDash. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill.
Just talking about that punt, it hit the ground and rolled at least 20 yards after it rolled. We have 2 guys back there. We're trying to catch that ball in the air. If it was kicked high and we weren't able to get to it, maybe our guys might be lined up a little bit too deep because none of these are flying over our head. They're hitting the ground and rolling. But I tell you what, if Horn has time to pass right here, he is finding some receivers and he's spreading it around. He did a really good job of being patient and letting Colton LaBeouf break open over the middle of the field, and a big gain right there for the Jackets to start this drive.
All right, Trenton Palmer for the Spartans is down on the turf. We will take a injury timeout. We've got 2:01 left here in the 3rd quarter. We are tied at 10 apiece. District 5-5A matchup here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. We're back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
You are listening to WWRA 91.9 FM, Baton Rouge, Clinton, Gonzales.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Karam Inn, Triton Outpatient Clinic, Todd Caruso, Attorney at Law, Duke Seafood and Steakhouse, Modad 1 Individual Sewage Treatment System, Forest Grove Plantation, and Billy Leach Professional Title Company. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
It is going to be 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. It is going to be a big throw. It is Jerry Horn to Colton LaBeouf as he gets down to the East Ascension 15-yard line, making another Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill Jackets 1st down. At Big Mike's, you can play pool on one of the 3 pool tables at Big Mike's. That's Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill.
I mentioned if Horn has just a little bit of a time, he is starting to find some open receivers, and right there he found Colton LaBeouf behind the East Ascension secondary. A nice high pass and gave him a chance to run up underneath it, and a good catch by Colton LaBeouf, and the Jackets are now in the red zone.
All right, so Yellow Jackets 1st and 10 with 1:21 left here in the 3rd quarter. We are tied at 10 apiece. That is going to be 1st and 10 from the East Ascension 16-yard line. Horn from the shotgun will hand it off in the backfield to Paul. Paul trying to find some space is unable to, as he will get to the Spartan 15.
Yep, only a small gain right there. 2nd and 9 going to bring up right here, but Horn has done a really good job since the last 2 drives of the first half. In the passing game, the receivers are getting open. As I mentioned before, we've hit big passes to Tylen Haynes, to Sean Goldman on the sideline, John Gaspard, and now Colton LaBeouf getting the action this second half. So the passing game has got the Jackets offense moving.
All right, going to be 2nd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Spartan, not 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9 from the 15-yard line. Here's Horn, rolls to his right, throws it towards the end zone. There's going to be caught. That's Tylen Haynes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Horn to Haynes. Yellow Jackets score.
East Ascension is not able to stay with these Jacket receivers, and Tylen Haynes with a short corner route as Jerry Horn rolled to his right, put it on the money to Tylen Haynes, and the Jackets have now taken the lead here late in the 3rd quarter.
All right, so that will send out Jonathan Bravo to attempt the extra point to make this a 7-point lead. Yellow Jackets now with a 6-point advantage. Bravo will tee it up from midfield. It'll be Colton LaBeouf as the holder. Not from midfield, from the middle of the field. Did I say midfield?
Yeah.
I think I did. Here's the snap. Hold is down, kick is up. Extra point is through the uprights, and it is good. 26 seconds left here, 3rd quarter. It is now Yellow Jackets 17, East Ascension 10. We're back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sporting Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sporting Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sporting Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Welcome back in Yellow Jackets football. It is Denham Springs now 17 unanswered point. They lead over the East Ascension Spartans 17-10. Coming up, it will be the Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive for auto, home, and health and life. It is Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance. Team members include Amanda Cook, Pauline Incardis, Nikki Giachetti, Jana Goins, Justin Somarola, and Christina Watson. Visit betterwithbrandy.net. Here's the kick from Bravo, end over end, hits at the 25, picked at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 20. All right, Mitch, scoring drive for the Yellow Jackets. What do you got for us?
Another long scoring drive. We had a long scoring drive earlier. Was it 89 yards on the drive earlier in the game? 88 yards. This one went 86 yards. It took the Jackets a minute and 44 seconds. And Jerry Horn finished off with a 16-yard touchdown pass to Tylen Haynes with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. The Jackets take a 17-10 lead. And don't forget now, we are looking for the player of the game now. We're going to have the special coming up at the end, and right now you'd be hard-pressed to beat number 9 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yep, that will be the Louisiana Tree Pro Player of the Game. Again, Louisiana Tree Pro Player of the Game will come up in the Ralph Solar Chevrolet postgame show. All right, we've got a flag on first down here for the Spartans. They marked him down officially at his own 19-yard line, so that's where they're going to start the drive. A false start against the Spartans makes it 1st and 15.
Man, the momentum shifts that has happened in this game. We fell behind 10-0 after East Ascension had the ball twice. The Jackets had only had it once, and since that spot in the game, the Jackets are on a 17-0 run. And, man, the offense is moving. The defense has been playing strong with our second 4th and short stop just on the last possession. And then the Jackets are now in action and moving well.
1st and 15 for the Spartans from their own 14-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. It'll be Gautreaux out of the shotgun, and we've got a timeout called on the field. Spartans will have to take their first of the half. We will take it with them. Denham Springs 17, East Ascension 10. Back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Quick and Handy Cleaners is now Sunshine Cleaners. The name has changed, but not the same great service you've received throughout the years. Hats off to Scooter and Kay Keene for everything they've done to help the Livingston Parish community. The Moore family at Sunshine Cleaners has been in business since 1995 and looks forward to offering the same great service with the same great staff you've come to rely on. Family owned and operated, that's Sunshine Cleaners. Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, and locations in Baton Rouge.
Welcome back in Yellow Jackets football. 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. Yellow Jackets, again, with 17 unanswered point, now have the lead over the East Ascension Spartans, 17-10.
Not only do they have the lead, but we have all the momentum. Even on the kickoffs there, the ball hit the ground, rolled around. East Ascension just jumped on it and pinned themselves inside the 19-yard line. First play, they go backwards with a penalty, and it's 1st and 15.
1st and 15 from their own 14-yard line. It'll be Gautreaux sends a man in motion from a pistol formation. Here is a snap. Fakes the handoff. We'll now hand it off in the backfield. That is going to be to... 1 second here. That is going to be to Dumas. Again, we've seen that end-around play from them earlier in the game, and it will be 2nd and long now for the Spartans.
But we also see Ravius William right in position to not fall for the fake on the left side as the reverse came back to the right. He didn't make the tackle, but he turned it back inside, and Lucas Gillen getting up the field quickly makes a big stop as we head to the fourth quarter.
All right, so we have played 3 quarters here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. It is Denham Springs 17, East Ascension 10, fourth quarter action coming up after this timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
You are our first priority at Innovative Audio. Innovative Audio offers the very best selection of mobile audio and video, window tint, and vehicle security. Innovative Audio's installation and tinting is the finest in the industry. And Innovative Audio's work comes with lifetime warranties on all audio, video, and tint installations. Most importantly, Innovative Audio specializes in serving you. You are our first priority at Innovative Audio, 1400 South Range, Denham Springs. Visit us on Facebook.
It is Yellow Jacket Football Family Radio 91.9 FM on the web at johnfineproductions.com and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. If you are watching on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, give that subscribe button a hit, give the like button a hit, and share it, and let everyone know that we've got a good one here for you in fourth quarter action about to get underway here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington, Lamine Figueroa back at the studio, Jake Williamson on the camera, Darren Ferrente on the ones and twos, and John Fine in the back piddling on something.
Darren Fuente also adding in with the knowledge. He helped me out with that 17-0 Yellow Jacket run earlier.
Going to be second and long for the Spartans. It'll be from their own 13-yard line. Check that, their own 12-yard line. It will be Gotro from the pistol formation. We'll hand it off. Fake the handoff. Now we'll throw it. It is going to be caught by the Spartans at the 25 to the 30. Getting to about the 34-yard line on the reception for the Spartans is going to be Briston Liu. First time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, that's the first pass completion for East Ascension. It comes on the first play of the fourth quarter. Nice little play action look. Two Jacket receivers ran with the deep defender receiver. There was a short receiver that was open for a catch and run. One of the Jackets defenders is down on the sideline. Hope that's not too bad, but it didn't look good at the start of it. He was rolling around a little bit on the ground, but I can't tell who it was. Okay, they're holding a leg. It looks like a cramp. So, all right, we'd like to see that. We don't like when the guys are out with a cramp, but at least we know a cramp's very short term, and probably in a couple plays they'll be back in the game. Nothing that's going to linger long term, though.
All right, Mitch, so we've talked about the momentum swing here. You know, and early in this game, East Ascension with their ground game was just kind of lulling you to sleep and kind of taking the energy out of the stadium. They go up 10-0, and you kind of have that look like, oh boy, what's going on here? And then Yellow Jackets kind of settle in. You talk about the use of timeouts at the end of the first half that puts the Yellow Jackets in position, and then Horn hits the big play down the field. You're able to cap off and kind of do the double dip. You score right before the half, then you get the ball back and you go down and score again. I don't think you could write it up any better for your Yellow Jacket.
You definitely couldn't write it up any better how the back part of the second quarter went and the third quarter. Give the Jacket defense a lot of credit. EA did take the opening kickoff and march down the field and score, but after a quick 3-and-out by the Yellow Jackets, you were looking at a spot where EA had run about 15 plays and the Yellow Jackets only run 3, but they blocked a punt and started at their own 20 at the Yellow Jacket 22, and we held them to a field goal attempt. They did make the field goal, but we were only down 10-0, and that kept us in the ball game. We weren't too far down. The Yellow Jacket offense got going in the second quarter. We put up one field goal by Jonathan Bravo, the 2-minute drive to tie the game before half, and then in the third quarter we were able to march down on another long 86-yard touchdown drive. And so momentum has definitely swung toward the Jackets' way. That was Caden Anderson over there on the sideline, but you can definitely tell it was a cramp as he's trying to walk himself off the field right now. Coach Bork and his training staff and Coach Christy Salter-Formaggio out there doing a good job trying to get these guys back on the field.
All right, so we will hope that Kate Anderson is able to return to this one. As you can see, they come out with the Powerade bottle. They drink some liquids, drink some more of this, drink a little bit more of this, and then getting back out there. So it will be a 1st and 10 for the Spartans after that play right there, and it is going to be 1st and 10. They will they will extend this drive as they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. It will be Gotro from a shotgun formation. He's got 2 receivers to the near sideline here. Spartans going a little bit slower now offensively. It'll be from a pistol formation. Gotro will hand it off in the backfield to Wilson. Wilson, who will go 4, will get across the 35 to his own 36-yard line.
First hit by Trenton Harrison with good penetration into the backfield. Wilson was able to kind of break that tackle, but it slowed him down as he only was able to get a couple of yards. And so also in that third quarter, late in the third quarter for East Ascension, they had to burn a timeout on the offensive end. And so they only have 2 timeouts left as this fourth quarter come into play. So maybe at the end of the game, those timeouts might be valuable, and they've already chewed one of them up.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Spartans from their own 36-yard line now. Denham Springs 17, East Ascension 10. Here is Gotro. We'll get the snap. We'll give it to Wilson. Wilson will spin around and will be brought down at the 40-yard line. Will be 3rd down now, East Ascension.
You know, we was talking about missing Caden Anderson with that with the injury right there, but if there's going to be a game that you're going to be missing a cornerback for a few plays, it's likely this one you're okay, because East Ascension really only 1 pass completion so far and only about 4 or 5 pass attempts total in the whole game. So they're going to try and beat you in the running game. The Jacket defense has been really strong since the first opening drive, and they're trying to stay that way here in this fourth quarter.
3rd and 4 for the Spartans from their own 40-yard line. It will be Gotro from the shotgun, awaits a snap. Here it is. It will be a handoff to Williams. Williams is going to be wrapped up and brought down for a loss on the play. It's going to be 4th down for East Ascension.
Great job by the Jacket defense. That's that zone read kind of play for a quarterback, a power read. He can give it to the running back running wide, or he can pull it and keep it and try and get up the middle. We had the quarterback covered in the middle, so he had to give it. Caden Allen was running from the inside linebacker position. Was able to hit the running back in the backfield for a loss. Great job by the Jacket defense being sound in all areas.
Makes it 4th down for the Spartans. That'll be a loss on the play, so it is going to be 4th and 6 now for East Ascension, and it will send out Preston Baker to punter it away. Kerner and Lewis back to receive for the Yellow Jackets. They stand back at their own 30-yard line. Baker will get the snap. Here is the punt. It was a high sky punt. It is going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. Going to be fair caught at the 20-yard line, actually. So 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They got it at the 20-yard line to start this drive after this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Do you have a go-to doctor when you're sick? Now more than ever, having a primary care provider you know and trust is essential. It's time to put your health first and schedule a visit with a North Oaks primary care provider today. From annual checkups to health screenings and everything in between, our team of providers are ready to provide the care you need to stay healthy. Call 985-230-APPT today to schedule an appointment or schedule online at northoaks.org/PCP.
Going to be 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets. They will start this drive at their own 21-yard line after the fair catch by Kerner. It will be Horn from the shotgun. We'll send a man in motion. That is Goldman. He will get it to Goldman and the flats, who gets to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard on the carry.
Yeah, just a swing pass out to Jean Goldman coming out of the backfield. You know, Jean Goldman, I don't think he's ever run much running back in his life. He's normally a quarterback, but he's run a lot of running back tonight. They've gotten him the ball at the backfield. They've passed it to him. They've also used him for a double pass that we were just one step away from a touchdown. So a little bit different look for the Jackets tonight, and it's been successful. And if you're a fan of the Jackets, you're probably thinking, come on, guys, give us one more good drive, get more points on the board, and we'll have a 2-score lead late in this game.
It is going to be 2nd down and 9. Yellow Jackets from their own 22-yard line. Here is Horn. He will drop back, throws it. It is going to be to Brenton Paul. Paul at the 25-yard line, makes the move, gets to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. He is tackled at the 34. That's a Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill Jackets 1st down. It is happy hour, 3 to 7 on weekdays and all day on Sunday. That is Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill.
Jerry Horn is really seeing the field well right there. When the line is holding up and giving him a good time to throw, and for most of the night they have, he's able to scan the defense and find the open receiver. That time he found Brenton Paul out in the left flats and able to get upfield and catch the ball and run for a 1st down. And a good job of moving the ball through the passing game.
1st and 10, Yellow Jackets, their own 34-yard line. It will be Horn, empty backfield. Here is a snap, looks to throw, fires at middle of the field. Got Tylen Haynes at the 45, still on his feet. We brought down shy of midfield. Nice catch right there by Tylen Haynes. Make that another Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill. Jackets 1st down. Watch all the LSU and Saints football games at Big Mike Sports Bar and Grill.
I think in basketball they call that a heat check, and I think Jerry Horn just went with a heat check right there. Tylen Haynes was not really open right there, but Horn just zipped it right behind the ear hole of an East Ascension defender who had Tylen Haynes pretty closely covered, but good hands by Tylen Haynes to bring that ball in. And once again, the Jackets are moving. I tell you what, man, big difference in that wet and sloppy field last week where Horn had trouble holding on to the football, and the dry field tonight, and Horn is on the money.
From his own 48-yard line now, Jerry Horn will line it up with 4 receivers. He's got 2 to the near sideline. Has Brenton Paul lined up to his left, sends a man in motion. Here is a snap. Looks to his left, going to fire it towards the middle of the field. Incomplete at the 40-yard line. Intended receiver was Colton LaBeouf.
I think he had LaBeouf open on a slant route right there, and his Horn was just a step behind him, a little bit behind Colton LaBeouf, so an incomplete pass. And Jackets are moving the ball like we were hoping for. We said, come on, give us one more good drive and get some points on the board. And having a 2-score lead as you get to by the time we get down there in scoring position, it'll be the back half of the 4th quarter. You'd have to feel good about that.
It'll be the Louisiana Tree Pro player of the game. Mitch, if you're thinking about it here right now, who are some early candidates for that?
Well, you could look at a couple of defensive players, and we'll talk about after this play.
It'll be Jerry Horn on 2nd and 10 from his own 48-yard line. Empty backfield. Here is the snap. Looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Has time. Throws it downfield. It is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Goldman at the 25.
Like I said, a couple of defensive players. We've called a lot of names out early on. Devin Mack was making some plays for us. Ravius Williams been all over the field, doing a good job on the offense. We've got touchdowns. Tylen Haynes has got a few catches and got some touchdowns right there. John Gaspar with the big touchdown reception before the half. But if you're thinking about receptions for touchdowns, you got to know the same guy's been throwing it to him. Jerry Horn pulling the trigger has been really sharp tonight, and I'd have to say he's the front runner at the moment.
All right, that'll be for the Louisiana Tree Pro Player of the Game. It is going to be 3rd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from their own 48-yard line. It'll be a 5-receiver set for Horn, who gets the snap. Going to throw it quickly. It is going to be incomplete on the sideline. Intended receiver was Gaspard, and it is 4th down for the Yellow Jackets.
That one bounced off of Gaspard's hand. Horn looked for him out in the flats. He was open for a little bit. I'm not sure he'd have had enough room to catch it and turn upfield and get a first down. But it'd been interesting to see if he could have called it, maybe made one guy miss. He could have picked up the first down, but Gaspard wasn't able to hold on to that one.
All right, so that will send out the punt unit. 7:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets leading by 17-10 over the East Ascension Spartan in this district opener for these two teams here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Harrison will get the snap. Punt is away. Hits the 25, rolls to the 20, still rolling, and will go out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Spartans, and we'll be back after this quick timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care, Safe Voyage Tattoo, Use Safe and Lock, District Court Judge Brian Abels, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, and Coconut Willie's Daiquiris. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
So welcome back in. Yellow Jackets football, 7:04 left here in the fourth quarter. It is 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball is at their own 14-yard line. Here is Gotro. Will hand it off to Williams. Williams has some room at the 20s, at the 25. Going to be brought down about his own 33-yard line, maybe 32-yard line. Nonetheless, it is a first down for the Spartans.
Even though we did not score on that drive, the Jackets started inside our own 20 and was able to move the ball up the field with several first downs, and then a good punt by Trenton Harrison pinned East Ascension back inside their 20, put them 86 yards away from a touchdown and tying the game, whichever yard is needed, because you saw a good run right there by East Ascension to start this drive.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. It will be their own 32-yard line. Here is Gotro. Will fake the handoff to Williams. Will keep it himself now. Gets to the 35 and will be pushed out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. We'll see where they mark him down, maybe the 36, but it'll be 2nd down for East Ascension.
2nd down and 6, so East Ascension in just 2 plays here have picked up, let's say, 22 yards of field position. One big run on 1st down, then a short run there on 2nd down is going to bring up 2nd and 6.
It'll be 2nd and 6, their own 36-yard line. It will be a pistol formation for Gotro. Here is a snap. We'll hand it off to Williams. Williams will be hit at the line for no gain.
I think that's Trevin Mack in there. I'm trying to say, no, it wasn't. That was Gaspard in there to make the play. I knew it was a 30 number, couldn't see it right off the bat. James Gaspard with a really big hit as we come up to the fourth quarter timeout.
That takes us to our final Water Tree of Denham Springs hydration break. Mitch, I'm feeling energized, and I have more money in my pocket.
More money? How so?
Because I've been to the Water Tree where the first bottle for new customers is on the house.
On the house? Now that fits my budget.
Mine too. So go see him at the Water Tree. That is Railroad Avenue in the heart of Denham Springs. We're back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then, turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
3rd down and 6 for the Spartans from their own 36-yard line. It will be Gotro with the empty backfield, sends a man in motion. Here is the snap. He drops back, looking to throw for maybe just the 3rd time. Finds a receiver, middle of the field, flag on the play, as it is going to be McZill getting across the 50 into Yellow Jacket territory, but a flag on the play. Maybe this one will come back.
I'm thinking an eligible receiver downfield. It's definitely something going to be against East Ascension. I'm not sure what he's about to call here, but I saw they did motion toward EA, and the Jackets going to catch a break.
Yep, Gautreau's only, was either his only third or fourth attempt of the night. That was the first one he connected on, right?
He completed one earlier.
That's right, yes.
But that's the second one. That was like a really well-designed play. They had some crossing routes, had a little bit of motion early on, and EA was able to find a hole in the Jacket defense, and linebackers lost track of one of the EA receivers. But we got fortunate there. Holding, looked like they was probably holding on the outside edge. I'm not sure which Jacket defender that was rushing the quarterback. I know we have Darius Scott rushing off this right edge, though. Perhaps it was him.
That will make it 3rd down and 15 for the Spartans. Their own 26-yard line here is Gautreau looking to throw. Has pressure coming. Escapes it. Will throw it on the run. Finds his receiver at the 35 to the 41-yard line. It is going to be short, but that is going to be Jeremiah Wilson on the reception for the Spartans, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Man, we were so close to a sack on right there. Gautreau did a really good job of getting rid of that ball right at the last moment. Found his outlet receiver, a little check down to Jeremiah Wilson out on the left flats, and he was able to catch up, pick up a few yards. We've had 2 stops tonight on 4th and 1. Here's another chance here, 4th and 1. See if the Jacket defense can step up one more time.
Denham Springs 17, East Ascension 10, 4th and 1 for the Spartans from their own 41-yard line. Here is Gautreau going to keep it himself. He gets the first down as he gets to the 43-yard line. First down for the Spartans.
Yep, and I'm going to give credit on the 3rd down play there. They went from 3rd and 14, was it? 3rd and 15 or so. Was able to pick up a lot of yards and get close enough to go for it right there. So a good pass completion by Gautreau to pick up the yards needed. Then he got what was taken there on 4th and 1. So with 4:34 and the clock still moving, East Ascension is still 56 yards away from tying the game. And the way they run the ball most of the time and keep it on the ground, that's not a whole lot of plays.
It will be 1st and 10. It will be their own 44-yard line for Gautreau out of the shotgun. We'll send a man in motion now. That is going to be McZeal, who he will hand it off to. And McZeal trying to find some space as he tries to go to the far sideline. He escapes one tackle, gets across the 45, and will be brought down finally as they will mark him down at the 47-yard line.
That was almost a super play by outside linebacker Ravius Williams. He was taking on a block and trying to make the tackle at the same time. Running back was able to finally make him miss and pick up a few yards, but Ravius Williams playing really hard on that outside edge, not letting the East Ascension runners get to the sideline.
It is Denham Springs 17, East Ascension 10, 2nd and 7 for the Spartans, their own 47-yard line. Here is Gautreau. Will hand it off in the backfield. That is going to be to Williams, and Williams will get back to the line of scrimmage. Makes it 3rd down now for East Ascension. 3:25 left here in the 4th quarter. Yellow Jackets by 7.
James Gaspard, inside linebacker, right there making the hit. No gain, and as I mentioned a while ago, because they do run the ball a lot and keep it on the ground. 3:18 now, 3:12 and counting. Jackets looking to get one more key stop and maybe one first down away from putting this game away, but we got to get this stop first.
3rd down for the Spartans from their own 47-yard line. Going to be 3rd and 7. Gautreau, empty backfield, gets the snap, drops back, dances around in the pocket, has pressure coming, escapes one, now has pressure coming again. He is going to have to throw it downfield. It is going to be caught at the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line, far sideline. That is going to be Dumas on the reception, and how Gautreau got it to Dumas and tiptoed inbounds is a heck of a play right there by East Ascension.
I kept my eyes upfield. Dumas was hanging by that sideline, hoping Gautreau could find him and get the ball there, and I know it took a long time, so he must have been running around several Jacket rushers. Kind of remind me of last week with Woodlawn's quarterback making some big plays right at the last minute.
1st and 10 for the Spartans now. Yellow Jacket 40-yard line here from the pistol formation. It is going to be a high snap over Gautreau's head. Ball's on the ground. Yellow Jackets think they have it, waiting for the signal, and they are going to say it is going to stay with the Spartans. Looked like the Yellow Jackets almost had a big fumble recovery right there. Bad snap as it goes off of Gautreau's hands, and he goes up to get it. It hits the turf.
But that's just the kind of play that can help you out, because that clock is running, and EA really isn't built to pass all the way down the field. If we can get them passing, that's to our advantage.
2nd and 15 from the 45-yard line. Gautreau looking to throw. He does. He fires it. It is going to be caught at the Yellow Jacket 32-yard line, and then it will be there It is going to be McZeal on the reception for East Ascension.
And as soon as I say that, EA's completed a couple of passes in a row. However,
that's how it goes.
That wasn't a first down, and now we're at 1:35 with the clock ticking. So, Jacket defense keeping everything in front of them. Don't give up the big play. And EA really, like I said, they're not designed to come from behind. They're not going very fast with this clock ticking down.
3rd and 3 for the Spartans from the Yellow Jacket 33-yard line. It is Gotro from the shotgun as he will drop back, looks to throw, throws it downfield. It is going to be incomplete at the 10-yard line. Intended receiver for East Ascension was Justin Ubry.
Really good coverage by Quentin Clay. Look, last week in the last drive of the game, Quentin Clay had a big breakup on the play on the last few seconds of the game and kept Woodlawn out of field goal position. Right there, they tried a post route. Quentin Clay had cut him off, and he was the one that was in position to make a play on the ball. Did a really good job in pass coverage once again.
Makes it 4th down and 3 for the Spartans. Yellow Jacket 33-yard line. 1:12 left in the game, and it is Yellow Jacket by 7. Gotro will get the snap. He drops back on 4th down. Throws it middle of the field. It is going to be caught at the 25-yard line, brought down at the 21 on the reception. Is going to be Ubre again, and it is a first down for the Spartans with 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. We've got a timeout on the field. We will take it with them as well. We are back for the conclusion of this one after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Hey, it's Max Sellers from Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. We're again excited to be a sponsor of the Denham Springs Fighting Yellow Jackets football team this year. We appreciate all the support from your community in our first few years in business, and we are excited about things to come. Whether it's a new or used car, truck, or SUV, award-winning service from our dedicated service and parts staff, or even an outstanding collision repair for your vehicle, Ralph Sellers Chevrolet wants to earn your business. From our Ralph Sellers Chevrolet dealership family to your school family, go Jackets!
1:05 left here in the ball game. It is Denham Springs 17, East Ascension 10. It is 1st and 10 for the Spartans from the Yellow Jacket 22-yard line.
I wouldn't want it any other way. In the Jamboree in week 1 and week 3, the Yellow Jackets had a lead when other team tried to make a last-minute drive, and here they are, the defense on the field, trying to hold them out.
Gotro out of the shotgun, gets the snap, rolls. He is going to throw it. It is going to be caught at the 15-yard line. He's at the 10, still on his feet at the 5. We brought down at the 5-yard line. It is going to be 1st and goal for the Spartans. Under a minute left here. Yellow Jackets hanging on to a 7-point lead, 17-10.
Now they're in a position where they have one timeout left. They can try to run it a little bit, maybe try to pass it. If the Jackets can maybe get some pressure or a good sack or something, would be really huge. Any play for a loss.
1st and goal for the Spartans. Yellow Jacket 5-yard line. It is Gotro from a pistol formation. Has Wilson in the backfield. Will fake the handoff. Looks to throw towards the end zone. He does. It is incomplete. Intended receiver was Darren McGee.
I believe that's Jaden Washington over there on the coverage. It's hard to see the number. That's got to be 29. He's our normal dad. Yeah, that is Jaden Washington. Really good coverage out there on the quick fade route. 34 seconds. EA does have one timeout. I wouldn't be surprised to try and see them sneak a run right here. Know that they're more of a running team than a passing. But, yeah, they've completed some pretty good passes here. Gotro has found some receivers on this last drive. But here they are at the 5-yard line. The Jacket defense is trying to hold them out and preserve another victory once again.
All right, so it is 2nd and goal, 5-yard line for the Spartans now. It'll be Gotro, sends a man in motion. Here is a snap. Going to throw it towards the end zone again. Off the receiver's hands and incomplete. Stops the clock with 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And it is now 3rd and goal.
Play action pass, trying to hit a little skinny post. They call that a glance route. Trying to find that receiver coming across the end zone. Rancher Miller from his safety position trying to jump up and get his hands on it. I don't think he deflected it, and that ball just went right off the EA's defender's hands. Good look by the East Ascension play right there, offense.
3rd and goal from the Yellow Jacket 5-yard line now for East Ascension. It's going to be empty backfield for Gotro, who gets the snap, throws it towards the end zone. It is going to be caught for a touchdown. That is Lathan Dumas on the reception, and East Ascension scores with 25 seconds left. Now the all-important extra point to tie this one up.
Tell you what, we better fix up that swinging gate kind of look that we had the first time out. We didn't have enough guys to defend the players over here, they might could end up trying to go for two. We're calling a timeout. We're going to get set. That's a good idea.
All right, so we will take a timeout with them as well. Extra point coming after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Count on it at Smith Accounting Services. Randy Smith and his staff have decades of accounting experience with Randy along with Mickey McMorris and a terrific staff. Smith Accounting Services can handle all of your accounting needs. Personal taxes, computerized payroll services, corporate income tax, business taxes, bookkeeping. And when their quality work is done, you can count on Randy Smith to reminisce about Yellow Jackets athletics. Smith Accounting Services, 277 East Railroad, Denham Springs.
All right, extra point coming here for the East Ascension Spartans. They trail it by 1. They will try to get the extra point to tie it up here off the foot of Preston Baker. Yellow Jackets take their timeout. 25 seconds left here in this fourth quarter.
A bad snap would be nice. A bad hold. Somebody drop it. We've seen those things happen in the past.
How about just an all-out block?
Those work as well.
I like that one. All right, it will be Preston Baker to line up the extra point. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is going to be good. My goodness, it just gets in. It looks like it was going a little to the right, but it will get in. And we are tied up at 17 apiece here. 25 seconds left. We are back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Fire and Water, Cleanup and Restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston. The number one choice in cleanup and restoration is Serve Pro of Livingston. Whether it's water damage, fire damage, mold, storm, or construction issues, let the highly trained professionals at Serve Pro of Livingston clean and restore your property and make it like it never happened. Serve Pro of Livingston is prepared for just about anything and is open 24/7, so Serve Pro is faster to any disaster. Serve Pro of Livingston, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Soon to be at the old Albertsons. Fire and Water, Cleanup and Restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston.
It is Yellow Jackets football. It is 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We are tied up at 17 apiece here. District opener for these two teams in District 5-5A. And Mitch, you had talked about momentum swings earlier. East Ascension found a little momentum there, and the pendulum did swing.
They definitely did. Very impressive drive by East Ascension. They had to go 86 yards, and they had a lot of time to do it, but now by the time that it finished up, it took them a while to get there, but they made some key conversions. They had a fourth down completion. Gotro, give him a lot of credit. The quarterback found some open receivers and executed when they needed to get it done.
All right, so it will be teed up at the 40-yard line here for the Spartans. It'll be Preston Baker stepping up. He will get the kick off. A nice end-over-end kick will be fielded at the 1-yard line to the 10, the 15, the 20. That's Kerner coming near sideline 25. Spins around, will be out of bounds at the 30-yard line with 18 seconds left in the game.
Be interesting to see what Coach Beard does right here. Of course, in high school, we have overtime rules. You are at your own 30-yard line. Are you going to try and push the ball down the field? You got a couple timeouts if you wanted to, at least one timeout for sure. If you wanted to try and make a play, are you going to be happy just getting to overtime and then trying to win the game there?
Yep, so we will see what they do here for the Yellow Jackets as they will come out onto the field with the offense from their own 30-yard line with 18 seconds left. East Ascension playing a prevent defense, obviously.
Sometimes you get guys in a prevent defense. You try to hit a little receiver screen and try to get them some room to run in the open field. You never know what might happen.
All right, so empty backfield for Jerry Horn. As he will wait for the snap. He gets it. He drops back. Looks at throw, fires at middle of the field. It is going to be caught by Gaspard. He's at midfield. He's at the 40-yard line, still on his feet. 25, 30, being out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That is a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. Jackets first down. Big Mike's is your host of Denham Springs High School Athletic Association meetings. That's Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. 8 seconds left on the clock now.
What a good find by Horn.
26-yard line of East Ascension now for the Yellow Jackets.
What a great find by Horn to get Gaspard over the middle, but not only did he get the catch and the run, but he got out of bounds, and we saved that timeout. We've got the whole field open right here. If we can just get about an 8-9 yard pass completion, we have a chance to try a game-winning field goal.
It'll be Jerry Horn, 1st and 10. East Ascension, 26-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field. East Ascension will take their final of the half. We will take it with them. So we come back, 8 seconds left. It is tie ball game here at Yellow Jacket Stadium. Back after this on Yellow Jackets football.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by BJ Pawn and Gun, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, Liberty Auto Sales, Cypress Pharmacy, Burning Lotus Tattoo of Denham Springs, and Rustic Home Outlet and Mattress Express Outlet. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Welcome back in. It is Yellow Jacket Football, Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. We've got an audience here tonight for this one, obviously, as we are tied at 17 apiece, and we got 8 seconds left on the clock. Mitch, you've got it 1st and 10 from the East Ascension 26-yard line.
You know, we do have 2 timeouts if needed. I saw the coaches talking about it here in the huddle before the end. If East Ascension plays off like they just were, I think we only need about 6-7 yards to try the field goal. Bravo made a 35-yarder early today.
On 1st and 10, empty backfield for Jerry Horn. He gets the snap, drops back, looks to his left, fires in the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Gaspard again, who was open just a little bit too high for Gaspard to bring it in.
Gaspar was open, same play we had a while ago. We took a little shot deeper. I really thought with that soft coverage, just a little short pass, get us to about the 20-yard line. We're going to try it right here. Now this one,
43?
This is going to be 43 yards. I haven't seen Bravo make one from 43, but I'm not there at practice. He might make them in practice. It's going to be 44. He's going to put the tee down.
43-yard attempt for the Yellow Jackets. 4 seconds left here. Tie ball game. From the right hash, it is going to be Colton LaBeouf. Colton LaBeouf is the holder.
Offsides on EA. Move it up.
Got a penalty. Yep, offsides against the East Ascension Spartans. Move it up 5 yards. So maybe a little bit more into Bravo's range.
Now we got a chance. He made a 35-yarder early today. This is going to put us right at 38 yards maybe.
Yep.
Chip shot.
He made the clutch field goal last week with a minute left under really sloppy conditions.
All right, here we go. 3 seconds left. It is Colton LaBeouf will be the holder. 38-yard attempt. Jonathan Bravo to win the game. Here's a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. Has the distance. And the kick is good! Jonathan Bravo! 38-yard field goal! Yellow Jackets, as time expires, get the win! Yellow Jackets, 1-0. District play. Beat the East Ascension Spartans on a last-second field goal, 20-17. The final here. And that is a Jackets win, and you can win by visiting Bank Plus for all of your personal and business financial needs. That's Bank Plus, 822 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. And that sends us to the Ralph Seller Chevrolet Postgame Show, brought to you by Ralph Seller Chevrolet, just over the Amite River Bridge in Baton Rouge. It is Ralph Seller Chevrolet, located at 15015 Florida Boulevard, and is open for your automotive needs. Ready to serve you at a Chevrolet location familiar to you for over 40 years. Parts and service manager at Ralph Seller Chevrolet is Jim McChristian, a proud supporter of the Yellow Jackets. And come visit Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. Holy mackerel, 20-17, Yellow Jackets with the win. When we come back, John Fine will join me in the booth to recap how it all played out. Stay with us. We're partying in Denham Springs tonight. It's the Ralph Seller Chevrolet postgame show. We're back after this.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto, and guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. State Farm's Brandy Robertson is your go-to agent in Denham Springs for the service you deserve at the price you want. Try combining home and auto today. Brandy Robertson will help you mix and match things perfectly. Visit betterwithbrandy.net for your surprisingly great rate. Brandy Robertson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premium will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Von Roten Eye Clinic is your full-service eye care specialist. Dr. Hunter Bond and Dr. Chris Roten and their staff expertly handle all of your eye care needs. A former Jackets football player, Dr. Hunter Bond is proud to serve the Denham Springs community that gave so much to him. You can visit Von Roten Eye Clinic at 222 Veterans Boulevard in Denham Springs or call 791-2020. That's Von Roten Eye Clinic in Denham Springs with locations in Hammond and Ames.
Hey guys, this is Steve and Ben Wilson with Peak Performance Physical Therapy. With both of us being graduates of Denham Springs High School, we are proud to be on the sidelines on Friday nights, helping to ensure these athletes stay safe. However, we also realize that injuries are a common part of life, So whether you're hurt at home, on the job, or in the community, please understand that we are here to help with all of your rehab needs. While we enjoy treating the athletes of Livingston, we love treating the entire Livingston population as well.
So come see us at Peak Performance Physical Therapy for all of your rehab needs.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisors, Scott Landry and Sims White can help. Stop by their office at 179 Del Orleans. That's Scott Landry and Sims White at Edward Jones, 179 Del Orleans, right across from the post office. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Brandon Rishu with Smart Move Real Estate, KOA Campground, the law office of IVL Graham, Brian Ross, owner OK Computers and Auto Sales, and Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Like it was never there, Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
Ralph Seller Chevrolet Postgame Show. It is Yellow Jackets 20, East Ascension 17. Yellow Jackets 3-1 on the season, now 1-0 in District 5-5A play. Josh Ward now joined by John Fine, not Mitch Covington, John Fine. Sorry about that, John. So before we get to how this all played out, we do have a little bit of business to get to, as that was a Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive for auto, home, and life. It's Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance. Team members include Amanda Cook, Pauline Incardis, Nikki Giachetti, Jana Goins, Justin Summerall, and Christina Watson. Visit betterwithbrandy.net. But I keep wanting to say Mitch because I'm doing the scoring drive, but John, give us that scoring drive, please.
I am under so much pressure right now, being compared twice to the great Mitch Covington. As he expertly gives the Jackets scoring drives throughout the years, I'll give it my best shot. Bravo, Jonathan. A 38-yard field goal with .00 on the clock remaining. Jackets drive 49 yards in 18 seconds and win the game at the final gun 20-17.
All right, John, so that is the Brandy Robertson State Farm Insurance scoring drive. Now do your real job and recap how the game played out.
Okay, this was a first quarter that was controlled by East Ascension. As Mitch pointed out, they were running their full gamut of plays, carrying the ball the right side, left side, up the middle, different types of plays, and Jackets looked like they had no answer for it in the first quarter. Williams with a 9-yard run with 5:50 left in the first quarter as EA takes the opening possession and they go 73 yards in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. 7-0 the score. The Spartans have the lead. Then the Jackets go 1, 2, 3 and out, and their punt is blocked. EA takes over at the Denham Springs 22-yard line, but the Jackets defense does a very, very good job being very stout at that point. A 36-yard field goal by Baker with 2:05 left in the first quarter makes it 10-0 East Ascension with the advantage. That's our score heading into the second quarter. East Ascension with the football and driving. And then the Jackets, who were really, really stout on 4th and short tonight. First of 2 big stops that I could count. 4th and 1 from the EA 44-yard line. EA goes for it. And Wilson, the carry. It is Miller and Allen collaborate on the stop. And the Jackets take over on downs at the East Ascension 44-yard line with 8:53 left to be played in the contest. Looks like the Jackets have scored a touchdown as Goldman on a trick play to Haynes from 18 yards out, but no touchdown, in fact. And that does not take play. Ball was thrown, I believe, a little bit high, as I'm trying to remember and figure out what my notes say. But nevertheless, the Jackets still get a field goal. 35-yard field goal from Bravo with 5:46 left to be played in the first half. The Jackets on the scoreboard. Denham going 30 yards in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And then in one of the truly great drives for Brett Beard in his coaching career, give lots of credit to the coaching staff, the kids who execute tremendously. The Jackets take over at their own 12-yard line with 54 seconds to go, down 10-3, and conventional logic in this situation, as the Jackets are not necessarily a Dan Marino, Joe Montana kind of offense, but I tell you what, Jerry Horn really played extremely well tonight, and he did on this drive as he hits Sean Goldman from 33 yards out. Then on the third down, hits Haynes for a first down, and then a 42-yard catch and run. Horn to Gaspard with 7 seconds to go. Tremendous utilization of timeouts, and Jackets showing great clock management. I think we've seen this once before in Baton Rouge. No, it was the opposite. Time management, clock management by Les Miles. 180 degrees opposite we saw for the Jackets in those last seconds of play. So, Jackets are able to march it 88 yards, 47 seconds. Horn Gaspard, 42 yards out, extra point. Bravo, Jonathan. We're tied at 10 heading into the third quarter. History repeats itself as EA starts out on their 33-yard line. They drive into Denham Springs territory, 4th and 1 on the Denham Springs 27, as Davis carries, no gain. Gross with a tackle for Denham Springs, the second time that the Jackets come up big on 4th and short in Denham territory. A 55-yard pass from Horn to LaBeouf takes the Jackets to the EA 16 in the waning moments of the third quarter. And then Horn to Haynes from 16 yards out with 26 seconds to go. Jackets march 86 yards in a minute 44. Denham Springs takes the 17-10 lead with 26 seconds left. That's our score at the end of the third quarter. And give East Ascension a lot of credit as they're down by 7. They start out at the East Ascension 14-yard line as they're pinned back by a punt for the Jackets, and they convert a number of different times. A team that completed one pass until perhaps halfway through the fourth quarter, as the Spartans relied extensively on the ground attack, but when they had to, they were able to make some big plays. Give quarterback Otro a lot of credit. 3rd and 16 inside EA territory. They're able to pick up 15 and make it 4th and 1 to the EA 41 with 5 minutes left. Gotro with a 2-yard run. 3rd and 7, Gotro hits Dumas to the Denham Springs 40-yard line. 4th and 3, Denham Springs 34 with 1:12 left. Gotro to Oubre, a 12-yard pass and catch to the Denham Springs 23. And then with 25 seconds left, Gotro to Dumas from 5 yards out. 17-17 is our score. Looks like we're heading into overtime. Very readily could have, again, just like he did at the end of the first half. Brett Beard taking some major gambles, and he comes out with all 7s as the Jackets start out at their 30-yard line with 18 seconds to go, and Horn hits Gaspard, a terrific catch and run, 44 yards to the EA 26-yard line with 8 seconds to go. An incompletion from Horn. Gaspard was open, would have been first down, well within Bravo's range, and so the Jackets look at a 43-yard field goal attempt, but then EA jumps off sides. It's a 38-yard field goal. It was a low line drive kick, but it was true. And the Jackets with a 20-17 victory as 49 yards in 18 seconds for the game-winning drive. Jonathan Bravo with a game-winning field goal. And the Cardiac Jackets come up big once again.
All right, John, thank you for that recap. We will talk to you next week. And speaking of that Bravo kick, makes us think about the Louisiana Tree Pro Jacket Player of the Game, brought to you by Louisiana Tree Pro. Licensed and insured professionals to restore your property. Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way. Louisiana Tree Pro is Denham Springs owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. It is Louisiana Tree Pro like it was never there. So that'll be something for us to think about here, who will become our first Louisiana Tree Pro Player of the Game. Again, it is 2017, the final here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. We will take a timeout. We will continue on with the Ralph Seller Chevrolet postgame show after this timeout on Yellow Jackets football.
Count on it at Smith Accounting Services. Randy Smith and his staff have decades of accounting experience, with Randy along with Mickey McMorris and a terrific staff. Smith Accounting Services can handle all of your accounting needs: personal taxes, computerized payroll services, corporate income tax, business taxes, bookkeeping. And when their quality work is done, you can count on Randy Smith to reminisce about Yellow Jackets athletics. Smith Accounting Services, 277 East Railroad, Denham Springs.
James Drug Store is your locally owned and operated pharmacy. James has been serving Livingston Parish for almost 100 years. Your independent pharmacy, James is committed to your health. Their pharmacists are there to serve you. Quick, accurate, professional. Old-fashioned service meets modern-day medicine. James Drug Store, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sportin' Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sportin' Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
If you're a small business owner in the Denham Springs area, think about everything you need to help your business succeed. You need a plan, happy customers, steady cash flow, and an insurance agent that gets you. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson runs a small business in the Denham Springs community area too, and she understands the unique needs of local business owners. She will make it easy to choose the right protection at the right price, because one thing you don't need is insurance stress. Call State Farm agent Brandy Robertson for your small business needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Quick and Handy Cleaners is now Sunshine Cleaners. The name has changed, but not the same great service you've received throughout the years. Hats off to Scooter and Kate Keene for everything they've done to help the Livingston Parish community. The Moore family at Sunshine Cleaners has been in business since 1995 and looks forward to offering the same great service with the same great staff you've come to rely on. Family owned and operated, that's Sunshine Cleaners. Denham Springs, Walker, and Live Oak, and locations in Baton Rouge.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Den Spree, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court Jason Harris, El King Company, Danny Pauline with 5 Star Printing, Horace Wilkinson State Farm Insurance, Sport Clips, and Karam Inn. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
It is the Ralph Seller Chevrolet postgame show. It is Yellow Jackets 20, East Ascension 17. 38-yard last-second field goal. Jonathan Bravo gets the win for the Yellow Jackets. Josh Ward now joined by Mitch Covington. Want to thank all of our crew here, though, Mitch. Man, we got Lamine Figueroa back at the studio. We got John Fine. I'll say his name first to get him out of the way. Then we got Jake Williamson. We got Darren Ferrante. Appreciate everything you do, man. What an exciting night here. Back home at Yellow Jacket Stadium where we've been wanting to be, and it just turned out about as perfect as we could have thought.
For sure. And I'll tell you what, you said exciting night, but if you don't have Yellow Jacket season tickets, you are missing out this year. The Jamboree comes down to a field goal at the end of the game. We win that one. Hammond has a shot to win with the ball inside the 10-yard line at the end of the game. We win that one. We go to Woodlawn on the road last week. We kick a field goal with a minute left. It comes down to a last-second field goal with them to tie. We hold them out. They miss it. We win. And now tonight, I tell you what, they score with 25 seconds left. We get a pretty good kickoff return by Kerner back to the 30-yard line. The big pass by Horn to Gaspar to get us down the field. And then we get the field goal at the gun. I mean, we went from the own 30 with 18 seconds left, get the ball all the way down the field, get a chance to kick the field goal. Then Bravo finishes it off. Look, great snap, great hold, and a great kick. We got it all done right there. What a finish. I mean, we couldn't be more excited, couldn't be happier. And that's the way they've been played all year, though. I mean, it's just, if you aren't watching, you're missing out.
Well, and there's just so many, there's so much emotions that go into a high school game like this. These kids are out playing for their home crowd again. These seniors who are putting out there last year. You talk about all those things that go into this. It's your district opener, East Ascension, a game that you had kind of circled last year as one that you probably felt you should have won. You could have won. It kind of got away from you at the end. Maybe you had this one as a little revenge circled on your calendar, but nonetheless, the biggest important part of this is you're 1-0 in district play.
That's a huge part of it. We mentioned it before the game. You're now playing for a championship. Every game right now, Denham is playing for a championship. We're playing for a district championship. And this was the first step toward that, winning that game tonight. And I tell you what, that coaching staff in there in that locker room right now deserves a ton of credit. This team last year got beat down. We lost a lot of games last year, but a lot of these players played last year. They were young players. They took their lumps. They learned their lessons. But how do you come back this year with confidence that you can win these games, where last year you were losing these games, and yet it started with the scrimmage game with Zachary. That was a big thing for Denham to go out and play really well, and then that's just carried on. Win the Jamboree game against Walker. None of those games counted for real, but as it carried to the regular season, the guys are playing with confidence. They believe in themselves. They believe in their coaches. Coach Beer believes in his team. We talked about the decisions he has made this year. He went for it on fourth and 1 from his own 20-yard line in the last minute of the game against Hammond. The players paid it all for him. They got the first down. At the end of this first half, I was being Chicken Little here. I was scared. I was like, hey, maybe run the ball, get to halftime. We're only down 7. He put it in Jerry Horn's hands, and the receivers, they got it done. Big pass to Goldman to get it moving down the field, and then we finished it off with another touchdown to Tylen Haynes before halftime. That was a Gaspar touchdown before halftime. Haynes was the second half. But then once again, with 18 seconds, you're back in your own territory. Do you play scared? Do you play for overtime? Coach Beard said, I trust my players. You guys go get it done. And Coach Fournier put the calls in. The players executed it. And then we get the field goal to win the game. These guys believe. And they believe in themselves. They believe in their coaches. And they're getting it done.
Absolutely. And, when you talk about that sequence at the end of the first half, you don't realize how significant those few little plays become at the end of this one now. And you get down there and, like you said, most teams, the chart says you go out there, you take a knee, you go to the half, you come back, you get the ball to start the second half, you regroup. Coach Beard, we know that he doesn't do that. You talked about the other, against Hammond on fourth and from his, I think it was the 18-yard line from his own 18. He goes for it on 4th and 2. 4th and 1, whatever it was. He said 30 inches as he called it. He's like, you got 30 inches to win me this game, go do it. And like
they got about 31 inches, by the way. They didn't get a lot of it, but they got just enough.
Just enough. But, when you talk about all those things and you talk about this and the confidence and the confidence that these coaches put into these players, and when it pays off, that trust begins to build and it continues to build. And Coach Beard talked about that in the early part of the season. This one's got to go a long way in building that in both sides.
It really does. And it's great to see it happen with another side of the ball. The defense has been the one making the big stops at the end of games to win these games for us. Well, you know what? The defense kind of one time slipped up, and EA did a good job. Give them a lot of credit. They got the ball down the field passing. That's not normally what they do. They've passed very little for most of the game. And then also that last drive, they had to hit a few pass plays, and they actually did, and they tied the game. But then the offense went down the field. They got us in field goal position. The special teams have been a little bit roller coaster at times this year, but last week, Bravo kicks the field goal to win the game, and now he's got that confidence. It was a shorter field goal last week, but really crummy conditions that he made the field goal in, though. So that was a clutch kick. And then here, he drilled that kick, man. It was 38, 39 yards. It had a good, powerful kick into it right down the middle of the uprights. And, man, it really looked good. And you just see the confidence, not just in defense anymore. The offense is moving. The special teams believe it, and they're all getting it done.
Well, it was so funny. I was talking to Coach Beard about Bravo's kick last week, and he said, I wasn't crazy about the kick. I didn't like the field conditions, the position of it, the right hash, all those things. And I had mentioned to Coach Beard how you said so many things have to go right. And he said there's something about Jonathan Bravo. He's like, in practice, he's money, but he's like, there's something about those lights. When he's underneath those lights on Friday nights, there's a switch that turns on, and you've seen it so far.
He is, and Jonathan Bravo is actually a kid that came through Denham Springs Junior High, so I know him, and he came out and he played football for us. He was an offensive lineman, but he also kicked for us a little bit, and then he's a soccer player also as he gets out here, and likes to get around. And last year as a sophomore, he was in a heavy competition on who was going to win the kicking job, and actually he lost the kicking job last season at the place kicking position, but yet he kept working on it in JV games, kept getting better at it, and then here we are this season. You see his hard work's paying off.
All right, so that brings me to the question for our Louisiana Tree Pro Jacket Player of the Game. Give me 3 names that could win the first one.
Well, if we're looking for 3 names that might be in the running here for our first Louisiana Tree Pro Jackets Player of the Game, I look on the defensive side of the ball, and Ravius Williams, he played outstanding on that side. He made a lot of tackles. He was in the backfield, had one of the big 4th down stops for us as he was making plays there to get off the field. On the offense side, I told you the front runner through 3/4 of the game was Jerry Horn, and somebody was going to have to do something really special to kind of top him. Well, then you got Jonathan Bravo with the field goal early in the game. And then you also got the big kick at the end of the game with everything on the line. So we got a lot of options we could choose from here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you think about it. We're going to take our final timeout. When we come back here, we're going to wrap it up here on the Ralph Seller Chevrolet Postgame Show and hand out our first Louisiana Tree Pro Jacket Player of the Game. Stay with us. We are back after this on the Ralph Seller Chevrolet Postgame Show. It's Yellow Jackets football.
Like it was never there, Louisiana Tree Pro is your tree care specialist, expertly handling tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and storm cleanup with 24-hour emergency tree removal. And Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way with properly licensed and insured professionals who will get the job done quickly and safely with a quality result. Their goal at Louisiana Tree Pro is to leave your property better than they found it. That's why their motto is, like it was never there. Denham Springs owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. That's Louisiana Tree Pro.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
Hey, it's Max Sellers from Ralph Seller Chevrolet. We're again excited to be a sponsor of the Denham Springs Fighting Yellow Jackets football team this year. We appreciate all the support from your community in our first few years in business, and we are excited about things to come. Whether it's a new or used car, truck, or SUV, award-winning service from our dedicated service and parts staff, or even an outstanding collision repair for your vehicle, Ralph Seller Chevrolet wants to earn your business. From our Ralph Seller Chevrolet dealership family to your school family, go Jackets!
Bank Plus, together with Zelle, makes it easy to send money straight from your smartphone to friends, family, the yard guy, babysitters, or millions of others with access to Zelle. So yeah, pretty much anyone. And of course, they can all send you money too. Settle that dinner tab with Zelle. It's free, fast, and secure. And right in the Bank Plus mobile app. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC. Zelle is available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply.
Denham Springs High School football broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Forest Grove Plantation, Liberty Auto Sales, Shea Landry Closing Attorney Milestone Title, Triton Outpatient Clinic, Modad 1 Individual Sewage Treatment System, and Duke Seafood and Steakhouse. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
Since 1898, the Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as the news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
It is the Ralph Seller Chevrolet Postgame Show 2017, the final here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. We come to you on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. We ask that you like it, subscribe it, share it, And if you were watching this one tonight, Mitch, you had a heck of a finish. If you were listening, you had a heck of a finish. No matter how you got it, it was a quite fun one here. We had up to 400 people watching there at the end of the game.
That's a lot of people.
I
think that's a record for us of the live action with it going right there. And maybe there's a lot of Jacket fans watching. Maybe there were some East Ascension fans over there on the other side from Gonzales trying to pay attention, see who's going to win. But they were in for a treat, and that was an excellent high school football game.
I think as long as we have Coach Beard keep the games close like this, our viewership's just going to continue to go up. So I'll just tell him, like, hey, just keep it within a field goal every game.
That's
every
it.
game.
Don't pull away. Just keep it. Go ahead. Look, the first quarter, we're just going to snooze, let everybody else get a little false sense of security, get a little lead on us.
That's right.
But we're going to come back later on in the game and win at the
end.
end.
Make it very exciting. All right, Mitch, it is now time for Louisiana Tree Pro Jacket Player of the Game. You mentioned some of the people there. Who gets the first one of the season?
You know, we talked about the Louisiana Tree Pro Player of the Game. Man, that's going to be fun. We get to watch these kids play. It's going to be easy to pick us a winner. We're going to have a good time with it. Tell you what, it's a lot of pressure. A lot of good plays were made out there. A lot of players doing a really good job. But I'm going to tell you what, Jerry Horn, your senior quarterback, your captain, tonight, if you didn't hear earlier, became only the 7th Denham Springs High School quarterback to pass for over 2,000 yards in a career. Mr. Robert Graves is always listening and keeping us up to date on that. And so he gave us that tidbit right there. And so that's a big career milestone. But he had a great game. It wasn't just Horn to one receiver. You know, he hit LaBeouf for some good passes, Sean Goldman with some good passes, Tylen Haynes with a few passes and a touchdown reception. We had John Gaspard down the sideline to get a touchdown for half. Horn was dishing the ball all around. He was really sharp, and I thought, man, he's going to be player of the game, and I really like that. But we can't leave out Jonathan Bravo as well. We're going to go with the first week co-players of the game. Jonathan Bravo with a field goal early in the game to get us on the board, and then the late field goal with the clutchness at the end of the game, the last second kick to walk-off kick to win the football game. He made the kick last week with a minute left. This week, I don't know which one was tougher. The conditions last week with the wet field. This one's on turf, but this was a 38, 39-yard field goal at the end, at the buzzer. What a kick right there. So we're going to go with co-players of the game, Jerry Horn and Jonathan Bravo.
All right, so Jerry Horn, Jonathan Bravo, your Louisiana Tree Pro Jackets Player of the Game is brought to you by Louisiana Tree Pro, licensed and insured professionals to restore your property. Louisiana Tree Pro does it the right way. Yeah, there's Louisiana Tree Pro, Denham Springs, owned and operated by Josh Howard and Megan Fontenot Howard. Louisiana Tree Pro, like it was never even there. So congratulations to those two young men. Very deserving here tonight. I agree with you, Mitch. You couldn't pick one of those because, Bravo was perfect on the night. You think about the extra points and the field goals. Spot on tonight.
Definitely.
And Jerry Horn, his best game of the season at the right time.
It certainly was. Horn was finding all the different receivers. He was on the money with most of his passes tonight, making really good decisions with the football. Both young men, very rewarding performance tonight.
All right, so the Yellow Jackets 3-1 on the season now, 1-0 in district. And Mitch, they will do something that we're not used to doing. They will have a district game, and they will step out of district next week, and they will host Southern Lab here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. So Southern Lab, the defending 1A state champions, coming into Yellow Jacket Stadium.
I actually was talking to Coach Beard this morning. I saw him in the field house. I'd run by up here to get a couple things done, and Coach Beard mentioned it's a great he's really happy with his schedule right now, and it's a great opponent for us to play. In the past, we've had some games and some teams that we could go out and beat, and we beat pretty handily right there, but those teams weren't going to win a lot of games, and it hurt you in the power points in the long run, and he wanted to upgrade that schedule a little bit. Even though we're coming off a season where we're without a lot of wins, he wanted to challenge his team more, get a little bit tougher schedule preseason in the non-district schedule, and Southern Lab certainly fits that build. One of the great 1A powers in the state, and you think, well, maybe they're just 1A and we ought to be able to beat them. Well, that's not always the case. They're going to have some great players out there, and regardless, if we go out there and we win this game, that's a team that's going to win 8-9 games in the regular season. That's a lot of points for you. If you go out and lose, they're still going to be an 8-9 win, 10-win team. Who knows where they end up with it by the end of the year? But that's not going to hurt you that bad either. So it's a good opponent. You got to you play a quality game out there. You get to see your players out there against good competition. But also in the PowerPoint system, it's a good matchup.
Absolutely. And you talk about that schedule. Talking to Coach Beard 2 weeks ago about the schedule, he said, I'm done doing the Glen Oaks. And he said, no disrespect to them, but it doesn't do me a lot of good to come out here and go to running clock in the second half, to have the JV team play in the second half. and to get those points and then nothing else off of it. Now you look at what Central's doing. You looked at what, what your schedule is doing, what you're going to get, as you just mentioned there with Southern Lab, what you're going to get out of your power points means a heck of a lot more than that win over Glen Oaks.
Well, the tough schedule early on. Hammond's a really good football team. People didn't realize that before the season, but they're racking up a lot of wins right now. That's a quality program. Of course, we got Central back on the schedule, and we took some lumps early on, but the coaches have figured out what we have and what we need to work on to get better, and they've made some adjustments. We made a few tinkering in our offensive line, and we're playing a lot better right now. We got the running game going last week. The pass protection held up much better tonight than it was earlier against Central, and those things you don't learn if you go out there and you beat somebody, 49-0 in week 2. You feel great about it, but then you really didn't learn about your team. Coaches are learning about their team, and these players are learning about toughness and winning close ball games, and it's always great when you get in those close ball games and you come out on top. It's even better.
Mitch, it was a fun one. Oh, man, it still feel like I'm trying to catch my breath when you're up there. What an exciting finish here, man. Great job. Look forward to next week.
If it's going to be another one like this one, we're going to look forward to it, and most of them have been. So we invite you fans to come on back and watch us, either here in the stadium, in Jacket Stadium, or watch us on YouTube like you've been doing all year long. You're going to be in for a treat.
Yep, or at Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com. Again, it is at DS Jacket Vision. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and give us a share. Next week it will be 6 o'clock right here for the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, as it will be the Yellow Jackets and the Southern Lab Kittens here from Yellow Jacket Stadium. So, Yellow Jackets 20-17 win over East Ascension. They are 3-1 on the season now. They have now matched their win total from last year, so 3-1 on the season. More importantly, 1-0 in district play, and they will sit atop of the district standings with 2 other teams here. We'll see how it all shakes out. But the way the schedule is, you know that it's going to be half and half. So, that will do it here for the Ralph Seller Chevrolet Postgame Show, brought to you by Ralph Seller Chevrolet, brought over the Amite River Bridge in that familiar location to you for over 50 years. It is Ralph Seller Chevrolet, 15015 Florida Boulevard. Jim McChristian, who we saw earlier tonight, is a parts and service manager there at Ralph Seller Chevrolet. Come visit Ralph Sellers Chevrolet. All right, for everyone involved here, Lamine Figueroa back at the studio, Darren Ferrente, Jake Williamson, John Fine, for Mitch Covington, I'm Josh Ward saying good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Denham Springs High School football broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM Baton Rouge, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube. Please subscribe at DS Jacket Vision. Josh Ward on play-by-play, with Mitch Covington on color commentary. DS Jacket Vision video producer Jake Williamson. DS Jacket Vision producer Darren Ferrante. And station engineer Lamine Figueroa. Denham Springs High School football broadcasts are a John Fine production.